Hello everybody, Ken here, and welcome back to Hades. We're back once again in the land of the undead. Is that accurate? The land of the dead, I guess. I suppose they're not really undead. They're gods and people who are dead. And we're here strumming away with Zagreus, who still has not learned how to play this lyre since last time. But good to see you all. Hello Kyle, hello Connor, hello Frosty. Connor, thank you again for that subscription. 6 months in the tip team. What a time. And we're here. And oh, we got a new prophecy. Let's take a look at that. Reach the surface with a hidden aspect of Stygius. So we unlocked the aspect of Arthur last time, which looks pretty cool. Maybe we'll give that a whirl. We got a bit of nectar, which is going to be good. Looks like we've spent all of our other currencies. But let's have a little look in the archives. What do they call these? The administrative chamber, where we can see things like I think it shows you how much you've done. Infernal arms. Does this show? Our best heat. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. So we've done 3 heat on the heart-seeking bow, but we have not done 3 heat on anything else yet. Twitch making you grow on mobile. Are you still not able to fix that, Frosty? You are still blue on my mobile, I will say that. Connor says, hello there. General Kenobi. You are a bold one. You're grey on yours? But Frosty is blue for you? That is very strange, yeah. What am I on my own? Am I normal at the moment? I am just green. So yeah, that's the thing. So I sometimes have a thing where I come on and I'm orange, and I go into the settings and turn readable colors on, and then I go in and turn it off again, and then it does my name right. But I'm guessing you tried that, Frosty, because I did mention it. It sounded like you were going to look at it, but so I'm guessing that didn't work. But I don't know what happens, because it does only happen to my name as well. Yeah, you tried it, yeah. But I've got no idea. It must be like a weird bug or something, because I wondered at first if maybe it was see, we have this new aspect, but we also we could get the bonus stuff from this spear aspect if we want. Get the bonus darkness. Maybe we'll do an after run after that if not, but I am tempted to get this bonus darkness while we can. If there's anything specific people would like to see, do let me know. I'm willing to accommodate somewhat. Obviously, I do want to try and stick somewhat within the realms of the... what do I want here? What do I want? I don't know. Poseidon? We could do a Poseidon cast or something like that. A different game. Putting it on, you go grey and Connor's grey, but Frosty's still blue. That Bren emote is really something. I've never actually watched much of Bren's stream, which is it's weird because I really like Bren. I really like listening to Bren, but I watch a lot of Sideshow because he does a lot of VOD reviews, and I think his analysis is very good. And sometimes he'll have Bren on for those, which I do like. I do like they do companion streams together, which is when I do sometimes watch Bren, because sometimes Bren will stream as well when they're doing a companion stream. Okay, what do we got here? Perks from the benefits package condition. We still have to do some of the harsh conditions, right? We have not done tight deadline. So tight deadline is the last one, which is a time-based one. It's a little bit scary, but we can give it a bash, I suppose. He was speedrunning Dark Souls 3. I saw they were speedrunning Pokemon Emerald.
Less prattle, more battle, boy.
Less prattle, more battle. All right, let's do it. Yeah, him and Sideshow decided to speedrun, I think it was Pokemon Emerald, and then for charity, and then they realized it was actually gonna take them like 40 hours or something instead of the sort of 5 to 10 hours that they haven't. Yeah, I haven't actually watched a lot of Sideshow in the off season because obviously he's done a little bit of VOD reviewing, but not much. But I quite like having him on. If I'm not talking to you guys during the live show, then I'll watch his companion streams if he's doing them. And I do sometimes watch. I was watching his VOD review of the APAC games while I was having dinner. Okay, so we want tight deadline on, but we need 2 more things, or a 2-pointer. So. What was the one? Oh, it was benefits package. We should put this on because this is the other one we want. So we only have 9 minutes per zone. Reduced by 2 minutes per rank, but we only need 9. Okay, so we're going to have to go quick. He is big into Valorant, which I am not particularly myself. I think it's interesting, but it's not a game I particularly care to watch a lot of.
That's something.
Mighty Poseidon, greatest of my uncles, arguably. Please accept this gift.
For all the times I'm offered gifts or sacrifices, little nephew, I still always very much appreciate it. I mean, look, I'm grinning ear to ear.
He is grinning ear to ear. I think the thing for me...
I thought for certain you were
I'll wait till Poseidon is finished.
nephew. But no matter, we'll just get you on another voyage to the top.
Okay. Attack, special, or cast. Really, the cast is actually the thing I want here. So let's just grab that. Because I quite like Achilles and then using the buffed cast for the extra damage. So yeah, obviously Valorant's not really a game for me player-wise because I'm not a big fan of single life game modes. Like it's too much pressure for my poor little brain. I think one of the things I often talk about with Overwatch is I was surprised because I feel like first-person shooters are quite difficult to translate into a viewable thing. Like I liked Call of Duty for a long time, but I never really got into watching it. And I think maybe one of the reasons that Overwatch actually works. Do I want any of these particularly? I guess we could just take quick spin. I do like extending jab, but we'll take the prophecy. One of the reasons I think Overwatch works for me is because it is such a team-focused game that almost all of the action happens in a fairly condensed thing. Like sometimes you get people flanking and you'll get little bits here and there, but most of the action takes place like everyone's in the same team fight. It's a very team fight oriented game. And so whoever you're watching, you're kind of seeing everything happen. And it's very easy to show the whole match on screen at once a lot of the time. Whereas with Valorant, it is much more spread out because it is less of a team fight game. And so you do end up with... it's a little harder to follow everything that's going on at once. Which I think is the problem a lot of shooters have. I think actually, like, I don't know if... I think Valorant does this. Counter-Strike, one of the things Counter-Strike Go did very well is the way that they show... like, silhouettes of people through walls when you're watching a spectated game, which I think is a very smart move because it means you can kind of see where everyone is at all the time. Valorant is all... Yes, it's all about team tactics, but so is any competitive first-person shooter to some extent. But it's less focused in one place because obviously like there's two points, and so people are dividing up, people are flanking, whereas Overwatch is very, very team fighty, so almost all the action happens in the same place at roughly the same time. Like not 100% of the time, but most of the action happens in a condensed place, which means it's a lot easier to spectate everyone at once than it is in a lot of traditional first-person shooters, where the action is sort of divided up across multiple fronts. I actually need to make sure I'm playing quickly here because we are on a time limit, which I kind of forgot about for a moment there. I'm gonna have to pause as well if I'm stopping to think. Would I want anything from Demeter? Not specifically, but I'm not opposed to having something from Demeter. I think she's okay. We'll see her. I don't know what I would want from Chaos either. You think it's okay to play? It's not exciting for you to watch? Overwatch got better to watch when they added the spectator cam. There we go.
You're free. Taught your power and your wisdom have been of such help.
Yeah, I actually think Valorant is quite cool. It's certainly more interesting to me personally than Counter-Strike, just because I like the stuff they do with the abilities. And I did actually spend quite a while listening to people talk about it. Like I listened to some of the Plat Chat Valorant podcasts. But I don't have time to commit to a game I'm not going to watch regularly.
Young Zagreus. For once, I'm thankful to be proven wrong.
You very much doubt many people watch Overwatch League who haven't played the game? Yeah, of course, yeah. I bet there are people, in fact I know there are people
When my sisters and I stood with them against the Titans way back when.
when you first started watching Owl, it was hard to watch because of team colors. Interesting. Because obviously I came in season 1 and it was only like week 5 or 6 I think I started watching, but I did miss the very start, and I didn't watch much of the World Cups that happened and Apex that happened before that. Like I didn't really get into it until everyone started watching Overwatch League. Special, I actually quite like the dash, but there's a lot of very good dashes. I'm going to take the special. But I do think I know there are people. The thing I was going to say to Wayne's point is I know there are people who watch Overwatch League who no longer play Overwatch, or at least not regularly, like who have played Overwatch, but they kind of stopped watching it, but they carried on, or stopped playing it rather, but they carried on watching Overwatch League. Which I can totally understand. Like I think, but I doubt, as you say, I doubt there are many people watching who haven't at least played it in some capacity.
Over there.
No, Apex that I'm talking about is Apex was what the original Overwatch League, well, not the original, but it was the big Overwatch tournament before Overwatch League started. There we go. Good AoE on that, I will say.
Delicious.
We'll pump it up. Not playing but watching makes sense. Yes, yeah. But as Wayne says, like I think you wouldn't find too many people who would watch that haven't at least played a bit of it. I'm sure there's a few, but I doubt there's very many. But I listened to enough of the Valorant podcast just to get a feel for what the game was all about and what the scene is like, because I'm always interested. I tend to be interested in at least here. That was weird. There's another enemy spawning. I'm often interested in games that I don't know if we have time for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Maybe I need to think about not doing these when we have Okay, there we go. I'm always interested in games that I don't play myself. Even if I don't really have much interest in playing them, I'm always interested to see a little bit of them just to get a feel for what they're like. Just because I find it interesting to see, you know, what is the appeal of this? Why do people like it? You know, even if it's not for me. I'm always curious, you know. Okay, need to not dilly-dally too much as well, because again, still have there we go. Alright, hang on, let me just check the chat. You played Final Fantasy 14 on PS5. New trophy list had a bunch pop off at you after handing in a quest. You get logged into full sense of security when you're playing Apex. You're in loot mode for 10 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I've not been a big
What a surprise.
Sisyphus, I know you tend to be in remarkable.
I'll wait for Sisyphus to finish.
Considered, but there must be something I can do to help with your predicament, isn't there?
Oh, come now, Prince. Do Baldy and I look like we could use your charity? We're planning to stay put within this chamber for a while.
See, Sisyphus is happy here, which is nice for him.
But what of the Furies and their torments and all that? They might be back and make all this more difficult for you.
Ah, yes, the Fury Sisters. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing them more infrequently now that you mention it. But either way, so don't you even worry about me. Now here.
But what was I saying?
Not to worry.
Cheers, mate.
Okay. Oh, we got a prophecy foretold. Cool.
Think you're all the way this time.
Yeah, I'm not big on battle royales generally speaking because again, single life stuff is not really for me generally.
Just what I need.
None of these are really what I wanted, which is the dash. We could re-roll for it. You just take trap reduction. I don't think trap reduction is a bad perk to have, and it does put her in the boon pool.
Hi there.
Not even Tisiphone could stop you. Your father must be sorely disappointed.
Yeah, chuffed. Chuffed means like you're pretty pleased. It is also used. Chuffed. It can also be used as like a synonym for, like, screwed or effed. You know, for some reason I always feel weird saying a swear word when it's you're very intently talking about it. Like I'll say it in passing, but
Which is true. What happened to Tisiphone anyway? She isn't much for conversation.
But like, you know, if someone calls you like a chuffer, it's like you know,
It runs in the family.
it's a little rude, but
Tis only
yeah,
natural.
you're being a chuff. But also, like, saying someone is chuffed means they're pleased. You know, oh, I'm well chuffed with that. But what was I saying? Oh right, yeah. So I was talking about battle royale. So like, I'm not big on them because of the single life thing. But aside from that, I think I would run into the same issue as you, Frosty, where you get caught up in just the looting and the downtime, and you get into this false sense of security, and then suddenly you're getting attacked, and it all ramps up very suddenly. And I think I would struggle to adapt to that a lot.
Not yet.
Just ran straight into that trap. Luckily, we have trap damage reduction, which is nice. Taking a chunk of unnecessary damage there, but we should be okay. There we go. Bollocks is bad, but the dog's bollocks is good.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why that's the thing. Oh, that's the dog's bollocks, that is. I'd be interested to know the etymology of that, why that is used for something that is excellent.
Let's see how you fare in warmer environments.
It probably has some dark past of like,
Which one?
when they used to sterilize dogs, you kept them as a treasure or something like that. It's probably not that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like weirdly sinister.
Okay.
Let's get Afro in the mix. We love a bit of Afro. Don't really feel strongly about that. Actually, that's one I haven't bought, isn't it? Let's buy it just to have it.
That comes out.
Don't really need to sell anything here.
Up we go. Check.
Oh. You didn't play Fortnite for the first time till 6 months ago. I would say chuff has two meanings really, but
This heat.
it is both positive. It is shagger both in the positive and negative sense, I guess.
What is it now? Don't do that.
I'm not quite sure what this thing does. I don't know if it hurts us to stand in it or if it just slows us down. Is that what it is? Yeah, it looks like maybe it slows us down.
this quickly had it not been for your tireless support, Lord Hermes.
Hiya, Sammy. You've been watching on YouTube. Very cool. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear you've been enjoying the YouTube videos.
You know, cuz, I gotta say I had a few concerns when we first met, your father being...
What's great about the bee's knees? That's a good point. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a nice day.
Keep dying off, and someone's got to bring their souls down to your domain now, don't they?
It's weird. I always forget that Hermes works with Thanatos. It's an interesting. Actually, quick reload might be really good here because we're using the casts as damage more than as an amplifier. I'm not going to go for the gems just because we are on a time limit now.
Steady now.
Never said they enjoyed them, just watched them. Well, I mean, if you've come along, I guess that's it's usually a promising sign. I actually had to edit one the other day because we had one where the stream dropped, which honestly it may do again today. We'll see. If I suddenly disappear, it's because the internet's played up again. Obviously, I wasn't able to do Hollow Knight on Monday because the internet was playing up. I had it fixed, but I don't think it's not gonna... I don't think it's completely flawless. But we will see.
Gods grant me strength.
Colon dash when introducing a list. Used to be called the dog's bollocks. That's interesting. Okay, shop? No, we don't have enough money for the shop. Hermes is in this. Do they drop kick boons into the neighbor's garden? Very good. I saw someone talking about Hermes, the delivery service, yesterday. I don't know why. Other than that, they're always a problem. I can't think of many businesses that are as like universally panned as Hermes, but still regularly used by a lot of people. Like it's very uncommon that someone that's got that much negative press continues to, you know, be able to run the business. Have I tried any crazy run builds? Nothing too wacky. I don't know. I guess it depends what you'd consider like crazy builds, but we've not done anything too like extraordinary. We've been using a couple of the secret weapons we've been unlocking, which has been good fun. But yeah, nothing too strange really. But I do like the variety. I think there's some really interesting weapons in here, especially when you get to the secret ones. You know, we use the claws of Gilgamesh, and we use the Hera bow. Like ones that change up the game in some interesting ways.
Aphrodite, you must have more worshippers and suitors than all your...
Stick 100 heat on.
I may not fall exactly into either category, though I hope you know my gratitude for all you've done for me is true.
Microsoft is still going.
I am more worshipped than perhaps anybody else upon Olympus. You'd think getting such praise would roll right off my back by now, but no. I love receiving it, especially from you.
Well, I'm glad she's enjoying the praise.
You've met
and all the gifts.
So you know not all the ladies on Olympus are alike. And I, for one, am grateful to our forebears for that.
No dash run. Oof, that sounds terrifying. I'm very reliant on the dash, I feel like. Probably too reliant on the dash.
Let's see what else.
I don't love any of these. I'll take Dying Lament. I do like Dying Lament. It kind of spreads dash around. I was kind of hoping just to get the attack, but
shiny.
We'll see how it goes. I highly regard you, Aphrodite. I really like her primary boons. I'm not a huge on. I don't think her like secondary boons are that good, really. But her default stuff is pretty smashing. I guess I probably shouldn't do this because it's you know, we are on a time limit. It's inefficient use of time, which is probably why they get you to use the tight deadline.
Not now.
There we go.
Gods grant me strength.
Just gonna keep upgrading the cast for now, I think.
No way.
Wouldn't mind a fishing point, but we don't really have enough money to... we're kind of tight on cash. If I have a bit of extra cash, a fishing point's quite a nice thing to buy, because I think you do get quite a few resources out of it. Oh god, secondaries have a very good, just not obvious to the naked eye. Yeah, I don't necessarily... There are some good things in the secondary, but I think Aphrodite's primaries are some of my favorites, and her secondaries are not as good as some. I think some of the other gods have more powerful secondary stuff.
You're not gonna get in trouble bringing me this stuff, are you?
No, I don't think I can get into more trouble at the moment. May this make your dishes that much more delectable. Eurydice, how can you cook so much with all the searing heat around these parts? Has it been
It's like cooking in an oven, just a massive oven.
The searing heat? I am dead, Your Royal Majesty. Searing's just a cooking technique to me. Don't need to sleep either. I can just keep cooking up a storm. It's not so bad.
I really like cooking, so, you know, I can kind of vibe with that. I do like the big log burning stove she's got going on. What do we actually want here? This is interesting. I think this is already upgraded enough. We don't really need to palm stuff. I think I might just take the nectar. I don't know that I feel that strongly about upgrading the rarity of stuff. So we'll just stick the nectar on and see what we can build from there.
Better already.
See you next time.
Ah. We got a shop already. Is this? Oh, we are already at the end of Asphodel. It really just runs through very quickly, Asphodel.
I'll take it.
I forced to assist the goddess Demeter despite her stern approach.
Oh, we got a duo.
Sport of me, nephew. Why, here she is right now.
If you're quite finished blabbering, Poseidon, our young Zagreus has more important things to do. He needs your blessings, not your point of view. Don't you, young sprout?
Aphrodite's damage reduction is very good if you suck at the game or higher heat runs. Yeah, I think then you're right. The nice thing about it is you can find gods that suit your playstyle very well. Blizzard Shot. Your cast moves slowly, piercing foes and firing shards around it. I guess we should try this, right? It's going to change our cast, but we've not used it before. That's interesting. I wonder how that'll work out. I'm guessing it's probably pretty decent. Because it is a duo boon. But if not, we can look to sell it. But yeah, I think, yeah, I can see Aphrodite's damage reduction being good for higher heat. I think the thing is, some of her damage reduction is okay, but I think the initial damage reduction of 30% is very good. And some of the, oh, that is actually really cool. Look at that. Okay, he's already down. Just trying to get used to how this cast works. It's very intriguing. It's very slow moving, but it seems to do a lot of damage to enemies as it goes past them, which is cool. I'm into that. But yeah, I think it's like Athena has her damage reduction as well, which I think is okay, just general damage reduction, but I don't think it's as strong as some of the other boons you can get. But again, it kind of depends on your playstyle. I don't think there's anything like really like terrible, so a lot of interesting decisions to be made depending on what playstyle you have and what you like. See, it does do a lot of damage if you get it to go through them, but it seems to be quite a narrow margin. Like the damage is ridiculous, but you have to get it right to go right through them to get it to work. We've also lost our other. I need to not get killed here as well. That would be a problem. There we go. Duo boons are powerful, so if you can plan your build from the beginning, every god has immense. Yeah, I think that definitely seems like the high level play is to pick like duo boons you want to work towards. The blade rift, yeah. So like the legendary from Hades, the hunting blades, things like that are like really strong. But yeah, as you say, like when it starts out, maybe not quite as, doesn't feel quite as strong to start with. There's definitely something I think I've commented on before, is how strong the.
Should I take the train?
Because I wasn't huge on the blades rift stuff, but I think yeah, as you say, it can be really good. I guess we could probably get rid of quick reload now, because this this boon seems to just drop it anyway. As far as I can tell, like it doesn't seem like the cast stones from the blizzard shot actually get stuck in people. So we could hypothetically sell that. You feel like the Athena dash is overpowered? Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah, I would kind of agree. It does feel a bit like a crutch sometimes. It's just so it's so strong. I think there are other good dashes, but hers just feels so so potent. What do we actually want here? I don't know. I kind of have been at a loss a little bit of some of these. We could try and pick up like a Dionysus. Pick up the call would be nice. I don't really want much of else from Dionysus, but why not? Let's I could have gone for Zeus as well. Dionysus does have some good like run perks that are like less specific, that like bring up your health and bring up your survivability, which I think are very nice. I think it's difficult though, because I'm not quite sure how I would change the Athena dash, even though I agree with you that I think it's very strong. Still trying to get used to I just want to get used to the feel of this, which doing it on a run where you need to go quickly is maybe not the best idea, but. It seems to have a bit of a delayed impact on it, this blizzard shot. Because you see it knocks them back, but then it also, yeah, it seems like it doesn't get stuck in enemy, so we probably could have sold the quick reload, but we'll not worry about it too much. There we go. Alright. And we seem to have quite a bit of time. We've got 13 minutes, so we're doing okay on time so far. The fun aspect is you can do 50 runs and you always get something new. Yeah, like it always feels you can aim for like the same thing in like 2 or 3 different runs, but you'll still feel slightly different because you'll get slightly different duo boons or slightly different combinations of gods. You know, obviously you can control some of the gods that will appear in your run, but you can't really control everything. So there'll always be a little bit of variety to it. We do have this quick spin, which I haven't really used because I don't think the spin attack is amazing, but Dio is great. Positive outlook, premium vintage, fountain rush. Yeah, the strong drink. I'm a big fan of that. I think it's very, very good. Oh, we could go see him. We have got a hammer coming up, but the hammers do keep coming, so you don't have to rush him. That freebie as well. Oh, I should have gifted him. Oh well.
Zag, have I got something special here for you? I mean, this here is top-notch stuff. Even among the top-notch stuff I have to give. Just look at this.
Okay. Cool. I love his call. It's epic. The strong drink, as you say, I think is a very good perk, especially if you can get it early, so you can get racking up the bonus damage. But even just the full heal from fountains is very strong, I think. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Dionysus. Another god I wasn't immediately sold on, but I kind of really came around on. There we go. Now we can do a gift.
Hey, on no occasion whatsoever. Cheers to you again, Lord Dionysus, mate. This place is so much less dreary under your influence.
Okay.
This is the greatest, Zag. This feast I'm headed to. I was getting a little concerned I wasn't gonna have quite enough to go around for everyone. Well, you just saved my evening, man. Too bad you couldn't be there, yeah?
Olympus, I accept this message.
Exclusive access. Any boons you find are more potent. We get a lot of epic boons anyway, but we haven't taken it. It's a duo boon we haven't taken. So I think we'll take it. And it means we're guaranteed epic boons for the rest of the run, which I think is quite strong. Less strong getting it this late into the run than if we'd got it early, but certainly nothing to sniff at. You know, especially if you get like one of the upgraded boons from the chambers in Styx. It's actually weird because I throw these out and I forget that it's like quite a small visual effect initially on this Blizzard shop, and so it can be a little difficult to notice what's happened at first. Like, wait, where did my cast go? But it's just it's kind of naturally quite a small effect. But yeah, you see it's doing huge damage when it hits them. And it is pushing enemies back as well. The impact pushes them back. Oh, this is a new one. I thought you were the same one. Does it inflict chill as well? I guess it does. Yeah, it does. Okay. That's good, because it will give us that privileged status, which we always like to see.
Spear's due for a little maintenance.
Okay. I guess again we take triple jab because we haven't had it. Not something. If it's okay, actually no, that's a slightly narrower impact than the bow one, so maybe a little bit more useful. I think the bow triple shot is a little bit too widespread. You don't really hit a lot of stuff with the extra 2 shots, but we'll see how this does. It is tempting to buy a fishing point again. You know what, we'll do it and hope we have enough money built up as we progress, because we're not going to the shop anyway. You like to do runs keeping all the money and spending it if you survive on Styx, and doing all the Styx rooms. Yeah, like trying to buy up the extra currency as well from so when I started out, I was definitely doing all the Styx rooms, and I think I came to the conclusion that actually, like, the safer thing to do is not to do the Styx rooms once you've gotten the sack, because the fountain only comes in that one room, and so you don't get another full heal afterwards. But you can certainly get like some extra strong builds and extra money and stuff from doing those. The additional rooms, if you even if you don't need to. Just getting pushed back into that wall, which is very cool. When the oh, he's there. I'm sort of trying to find this impervious guy. Lots of good area damage from this, I'll say. Oh, he got us. Walk straight into that. Luckily we have trap damage reduction. Anything else we need in here? Doesn't look like it. Ooh, I do like the duo boons, but I've got to go and see Patroclus. I want to see if we can carry on this quest. I kind of wish they would pump up his volume a little bit. I realise, you know, he's obviously standing quite far away, but if you go over to him, he seems to stop talking.
Just the relief from misery that I was looking for. A fleeting feeling, really, but I'll take a fleeting feeling over none.
That's both very dejected and very astute of you to say. Take care of yourself, will you?
You do them after the fountain. After a few clears, having 3 death defiance and the entire mirror, you get quite overpowered. Yeah, I know. I can definitely, especially if you're not at very high heat. I imagine when you get to high heat, it's a bit different.
You've got there, stranger. Rather like
but oh, we've got some Achilles lore here.
He gave it to you then. Followed him beyond the grave, only to be handed off.
It's a bit more complicated than that, sir. Though yes, this is the very same as he once wielded. I'm honored to carry it now.
But yeah, we've definitely had a few runs where it felt pretty safe. So yeah, you definitely can get away with doing a few extra rooms.
The body count Achilles piled up with it back in his day, seeing as you seem to have limitless opportunity to use it.
Okay, we actually probably should just take the Hydrolite here. I think the Hydrolite is just such a good safety pick. It's a big amount of healing. It's like 30% per room. For 5 chambers. Also, there is a fish here somewhere. Caught me a carp. There we go. I love the look of the carp. Very, very coy, but with that coy KOI. But I don't really want to upgrade that much. I would upgrade the call if I got a pom, but how does this fare against these guys? Oh, it does still damage them. That's actually quite cool. Like, seems to penetrate through the shields, which is nice. Just getting hit by everything anyway. It pushes people back so far. Which is a little bit strange, but there we go. All right, pick up a bit of health, and to the shop we go. Very coy carp, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like the design of them. They have that little blue streak on their head, which is a neat touch, but they do look a lot just like a normal koi carp in a way. Health or a boon? I think we take the boon. Our health's coming along okay. Bad influence. Deal damage on 3 or more foes. Our hangover inflicted. Double, well, 99% bonus damage. That seems pretty good. I think we'll take it just for the prophecy, if anything. But 3 foes is quite a lot because it's only going to be when we use our ultimate anyway, our call. But and it's obviously not going to help in a fight like this where there's only 2 enemies. But
few others in Elysium are so
it might be nice for some room clearing. Just dash right into that like a fool.
Now it is abundantly apparent that you are beneath me, fiend. To all who came to see us fight, thank you.
Bit of bonus damage there. Dash straight into that like a fool. And there we go, we got him. You've struck down the bull. Right, we did actually get 5 stacks in there. For a minute, I thought we'd not managed to do that, which would have been... okay, I need to make sure I'm standing at a good angle there, because he kind of walked out of... We got the... Alright, he's pretty low. We'll just send some towards him. Should finish him off. Oh, I didn't actually quite get him. There we go.
That's one champion unseated.
Okay. Overflowing Cup ranked up. Oh, we got to go see our boy.
Thanks for believing in me, my good shade.
Thanks, good shade. Would you prefer Hades 2 with a completely new battle on Olympus 3 or 4 years from now, or Hades DLC with new gods, trinkets as bonus content? If they were going to do additional stuff, I think I would prefer to see just some added content for this, I think, because I feel like they've supported it pretty well through early access. I would... it's weird, because I would be totally up for a full sequel, but at the same time, I've liked all of Supergiant's games, and I would... It's kind of the Dark Souls thing, where, like, I would love a Bloodborne 2, but I would rather see something new from them. And I kind of feel the same. Like, I would love a Hades 2. It's certainly the one I think... Of their 4 games, I think it's the one I would most want to see a sequel to, but... what have we got to buy here? I should have a look at that. We've actually not got very much money, but bonus attack and move speed. It's okay.
I still need these.
I could sell this. I don't think it's all that. But also maybe we can get. We should check and see what the requirements are for. But yeah, I think of all of their games, it's the one I'd most like to see a sequel for. But I would rather, I think, see something new. Okay, we don't have Tribishot or Tribiflare, so we can't get the legendary anyway. And also, it's not a prerequisite for that. So I might sell it. I don't think it's 3 foes is a lot. Obviously, it does help in sticks, but and I think we'll put on the Bone Hourglass and use that money to buy these boons. We could roll for some more, but we'll keep our cash for now. Thank you very much, Frosty. So yeah, I think it's an interesting. I think I would love to see them expand on this game a bit more. I don't know what their plan is for that. It's obviously been their most sort of. I don't know if it's their most successful or not, but I would imagine it is based on how well it's been received. I think it's been cool to see a lot of people who got into this, who have then gone back and played some of their other stuff. I've gone back and played Bastion or Transistor or Pyre, which are all very different games. I think you can see you can see bits of all 3 of their previous games in Hades. Like, it feels like a combination of all of their everything they've worked on so far. But hello Martin, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. There we go. Look at that. But I don't know what they'll do next. I really don't. I say this partly because this feels like such a culmination of everything that they've worked on. It's difficult to know where they'll go next, you know, and I think it was always difficult, but to know exactly what they would do next. But this feels, because this feels like such a everything we've learned comes together to build Hades. You know, the narrative of Pyre, the or like the dynamic narrative of Pyre, the overlapping systems of Transistor, and the sort of general flow of combat from Bastion. I guess which would you rather see? Would you want to see a sequel? Would you want to see them just expand on the base game? Because it's one of those things where I'm very torn. I'd love to see them support Hades even more, but also I know that they're a studio who tends to move on and do other things, and I think that would also be cool because I've liked everything that they've made. So I think I might like Hades. I might like Hades the most, but I don't know if it's my favorite of their games, which is a weird sort of contradiction, I suppose. But like, I think Transistor is my favorite in concept, but I think Hades is more fun to play minute to minute, just because I like the action, the sort of all action style. The only problem with this this cool thing is it's a little hard to hit the boss sometimes, but when we catch him, we do a lot of damage. There we go, got him. Something new is fair. They missed on so many characters. Yeah, I mean, there's, in terms of like the gods, the Greek pantheon, yeah, there's other characters they could definitely have used if they wanted to. So I can definitely see that. Yeah, you could. You're right. You could totally expand on this. There's a lot of material that they could work with here, if they wanted to. Let's up the call a little bit. I think the call is quite nice for just general boss damage. Splattered the rat. We actually don't have a thing here, so we do actually have to use our attacks. The little rats die to any damage, but if you don't have any, if you don't have a dash boom, you don't actually get damage on your. There we go. Perfect. There we go. A little bit messy. You think it should keep doing new things?
Hey, a satyr sack already.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think that's why I would rather see them just expand on expand if they wanted to do something else, to expand on this game a bit rather than build a completely new one.
Let's just go down this satyr hole.
Because I don't know how they would do a sequel and make it feel as fresh and distinct as their other games have felt. What do we want now? Wait, did we just get there? We did get it, didn't we?
Just what I need.
I guess we'll take the attack. I don't really... The
Guardian of Hell itself decides the time has come for a short break and snack.
Yeah, I think you're right, Martin. I think, you know, people would only complain if they made a sequel. Then people would find ways to dislike it. You really like my playstyle? My methodical, experimenting, and chat interaction. Some decisions on the VOD you find strange. I mean, hey, everyone's going to have unique playstyles, you know, I guess. But I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. And again, thanks for dropping by. It's nice.
I'm out of here.
it's nice to know that you you caught some of the videos on YouTube and wanted to come over. And yeah, you'll make a weird decision. Honestly, what if I go back and watch some of my early episodes? I've made decisions. I'm like, why would you pick this? Like, some of my early, I think also some of my early impressions of boons are very different from how I feel about them now.
This time around.
I'm sure if they did a sequel to this, I'm sure it would do very well. There would be people who would be annoyed about it, but I think it would do just fine. Like, damage is okay there. It is a little bit bursty, but that's okay. We can work with that. I was going to leave that one alone. It does do a lot of damage to him, but obviously he kind of gets away from him at times. I've got to be careful about that where people are moving around in different directions. We're just going to leave that one alone because I don't think I can get to it. Yeah, I mean, I think, like I say, I think it would do well. Of course, there would be people that would complain. But I say my personal thing would be, I just want to see what they can do, what else they can come up with. But also, I would totally be up for seeing more Hades-related content. I'm sure Connor would be excited if they did more Hades stuff. Getting boiling blooded. Let's just go over here. Get away from all this nonsense.
Let's finish this then.
Oh no, I've got them all. I was like, where did my other thing go? But they are all here. Oh, I think he's. We'll just let him. We'll let him fire off there. Okay, this feels alright. He's gonna laser again. We'll let him do that. There we go. The cast's insane, but it's hit or miss. You find it ridiculously fun? Yeah, it is slow, and obviously you lose out. Any cast where you lose out on like the bonus damage from it going into enemies is always going to be weird.
I'll get you yet.
There. In the name
Yeah, I think you're right, Wayne. I think that's the thing is like they've spent so long on this game that I'm sure they probably want to do something else. And they could always come back to it if they wanted to, but I think they would probably do something else. Resident Evil is in the same boat. People complain the series needed a new direction. A good portion of the fanbase hated the FPS gameplay of 7. And then they make it seem like 4 and people... Yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, people will always complain. But that doesn't mean Resident Evil isn't very successful. It's doing very well. 7 has actually been... It was initially quite bad. It was one of their worst selling ones, but I think it's actually picked up quite a bit of popularity over time as more people said, you know, actually this is good, you should check this out. It is actually a really interesting take, even though it's very different. Team Cherry might be in the same boat after Silksong. So much time into it, you wouldn't blame me if they did something else. Yeah, and I think a lot of people were looking forward to Silksong. I know I am. Now that I've been playing Hollow Knight, but I feel like yeah, I would be interested to see what else Team Cherry would go on to if they didn't just make another Hollow Knight. I think it's cool that they want to do that, and I hope it turns out well for them. Cast exclusive access is cool, but I don't know if it really. I guess we have to have Blizzard shot. That was kind of the thing, right? I don't really know what else. Greatest reflex is good. There we go. That's a build. That's what it looks like.
Despite having transcended past the
do the Rogue Legacy guys, yeah, make something else and then come back for. Yeah, I would like maybe they'll do it. Maybe they'll come back to Hades in the future. To me, I get the impression that Supergiant are very much a team that will go on to something new. It's interesting. This is by far their most ambitious game, and it has been their most successful. But I think, you know, you look at the scope of it, and the amount of time has gone into it. It's certainly a big effort.
Father, let me ask you something work-related here. I know the Shade called Sisyphus once wronged both you and Thanatos, and has since paid a heavy price. But don't the Fury Sisters now have better things to do than torture him?
We're gonna let Sisyphus off.
You come to me to question how I allocate my resources. Preposterous. I care nothing for that wretched Shade. That he is tortured for eternity is but a technicality resulting from his arrogance. The terms of his incarceration are long lost.
Sony will buy Supergiant and demand them to remake it. Yeah, maybe. They got to remake it as a prestige game. It'll be third person.
So then if I could
like over the shoulder
terms, then theoretically I could grant him a pardon.
If you could somehow do your job and enact miracles, then yes. You could do anything then, I suppose.
I like how Hades is like, you can get them out of contract if you want. I don't really care, but I'm not going to look at their contracts. I've gone too busy, which, you know, he is obviously very busy. He's always... Hello again. Oh dear. Apologies for that. The internet came back almost immediately, but then OBS didn't want to connect. So, okay, anyway. I'm sorry for the disruption. Thank you for hanging out. We were talking to Orpheus. I don't know quite exactly when it dropped, but hopefully you can hear me. And we were talking to Orpheus about Eurydice. Orpheus said, "Yeah, she's my greatest muse. Many of my best songs came from her."
It is but one of life's injustices, I fear. I always sang her praises every chance I had, and she asserted herself splendidly. Yet even still, our listeners believed our songs, they came from me. What else could I have done?
Well, hopefully that doesn't happen again. We'll see. Knock on wood.
I don't exactly know the ways of mortals, mate, but I'm pleased to hear you always giving credit where it's due.
I know no other way, my friend.
Yeah. Good old officer. Good Orpheus. Hypnos and Persephone having a chat.
And if you ever need anything at all, Your Royalness, you can always find me wide awake right over there. Though I really shouldn't leave my post like this, not even for you.
I truly appreciate it.
Let's give Cerberus a pet.
Talking to you, boy.
But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Apologies for the disruption there. It's funny, like I said, I literally just today uploaded the
Cerberus is preoccupied with
the episode I had to edit because we had a drop in the middle of it.
Be good, boy.
But
in my recent audience with Nyx, lad, she let on that you have mentioned chaos as of late.
If anything, like
you've met her parents.
It dropping for like a couple of for like 10 seconds is almost like more annoying than if it's just out permanently, because now I'd rather it drop for 10 seconds and came back, but it, you know, it means that you, if you're streaming, you just, that's it, you have to restart the whole thing, which is not the end of the world, but obviously, you know, it's a pain for people watching. You know, it messes up the archive afterwards.
I have. Chaos is not like anyone I've ever met. At first I was a little worried meeting this vast primordial entity apparently responsible for all creation.
Chaos is pretty chill.
They seem alright.
They asked me to do some egg action, some banterful egg action. That was a good time.
Do you?
I know a little bit, I think. Nyx, she and Chaos, they just slowly drifted apart. No animosity, not anymore at least. It happens between parents and children. And once such ties are severed, they cannot always be restored. Especially among primordial gods as old as time, I suppose.
They drifted apart.
Ah, poor Nyx and Chaos. I mean, I guess that, you know, they drifted apart. They're both doing their own things. They seem pretty content. But it'd be nice if we could put them back in touch, you know. Chaos has said they kind of don't have a good way of actually contacting Nyx because Nyx is shrouded in darkness.
Skillfully executed work.
Nyx, you ever have a burning urge to find the case files for the circumstances under which our court musician bound himself to eternal servitude here in this house and forever lost his opportunity to be with his beloved muse? I was wondering if you had a remedy for that.
Our court musician brings a certain peace to this abode, my child. But you may discover, once you find his case files in section Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder, that the consequences that he suffers may be quite in excess of his trespasses.
Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder.
Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder.
Thinking I ought to check the old administrative chamber now.
Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder. Who labels these?
Should be back there.
Oh, hello. This isn't a. I guess they're little like cubbies, aren't they?
Nestled among the towering administrative parchment work.
There's not that much parchment.
Lies an old document concerning a special pact signed by a once living court musician who attempted vainly to rescue his wife from death.
Also, I will say this is not a good organizational system. Rolling them up like that. I know it's that's kind of how they used to do it, but it's not a good way to store things because you have to take a thing out and then completely unroll it to see what it is, unless you mark it in some way.
Okay, it should be dispatched over to the house contractor now.
All right, we've whipped it out. Now we just got to rip it up.
In the recesses of the administrative chamber lies the eldest sigil of the master's house.
This isn't Hollow Knight.
Given authority to rule beneath the earth, and means by which to travel the entirety.
They have USB and hard drives.
Domain.
No, but they had like we have filing cabinets, you know.
Get that blasted thing to work for me.
You know you have everything flat, so that you can just flip through it quickly and see what's in it. You know, whereas rolling them up like this means it's really you'd have to put some kind of denotation on the outside of each, on the outside corner of each one to say what it was. And I'm sure, you know, whatever, it's drawn for effect, but this is not how I would recommend storing I have got a lot of stored paperwork, and I don't roll it up like that because it's very difficult to go through it. Okay. Singer's Gamble. Permit Orpheus to be with his muse again. 3 diamonds. We've got him. Let's do it.
In the name of Hades, I hereby release Orpheus from the terms of his pact.
What? Where did you unearth that blasted contract?
We did it. And Orpheus is gone. Are there any coffee machines? There are water dispensers. I don't think they're coffee machines. I think it is just there's a water.
Just checking up on things.
There, there's the. Grab a cup of blood red water. But I don't think there's any coffee machines. I don't think they're big on coffee. They use the sucky tubes to send them to different offices. Yeah, maybe. You take a weekly Hollow Knight at this point. I miss 1 week, and all I get is disrespect.
Prince Zagreus, I just wanted to say something. If you have a little time, I know you're really busy. I can come back.
Dusa?
Wait, no, now's fine, of course. What is it, Dusa? I'm not so busy, by the way, and always happy to check in. Wait, is something wrong?
No. It's just the opposite. I can't believe you helped me with the lounge. I don't think anyone has ever helped me out like you did, cleaning up after Cerberus and the new rug and the kitchen and just all of this.
It was my pleasure, really. All of us use the lounge, don't we?
Yeah, you know, I just like to spice the place up a little bit.
Things are easier a bit, I think. I'm so glad we have you watching over it.
It's nice.
You really mean that, Prince? But you don't know what this means to me. I'm finally caught up on work. What am I gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this extra time. I have to go and plan everything out.
Hades doesn't get dropped for dodgy internet. Well, I mean, my internet on Monday was out for 9 hours. So I literally couldn't have done it. Whereas, I mean, it did come back, but it had been out for 9 hours. Whereas this just disconnected once, midstream.
Take care now.
Oh, we can unlock more Dusa stuff. Yes. Meg.
I have to ask you for a favor, Meg.
Kyle won't shut up about Hollow Knight. Revelation, I should say. My mod. Yeah, you did get you got Dead Space and you got a separate Hollow Knight stream anyway. So, you know, if anything, you ended up with an even more spice. Have I tried Subnautica? Yeah, I have. I have played some Subnautica. Not on stream, but I've played a bit of it. I'm not good with underwater stuff, but I put about 12 hours in. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I'll ever finish it just because I am not good with the deep sea stuff, but I think it's a really cool game. It is fun. That is another Revelation game, absolutely.
Let's hear it then. While I'm in a charitable mood.
You on? Is Kyle been making alt accounts just to say that, just to encourage me to play Hollow Knight and well, I guess no, because you're into Hades and Kyle's not a big Hades man.
It's about Sisyphus. If I can get my father to alleviate his sentence, would you just ease off of him a little bit?
Just give him a bit. Just give him a bit of chill, you know.
Quite enough under your whips.
I don't know what you see in him, I swear.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I'm scared of the dark, the deep depths.
I'd like nothing better than to never see that miserable shit.
Like it took me a good hour to actually really like start settling into even the shallow areas. Okay, that's a deal. Yeah, she's like, I don't want to have to deal with him. So yeah, if you can lighten my workload, that's great.
Spice is working out all right.
Look at all this stuff. We got a real nice kitchen coming up now. This is good.
What's on the old exchange?
500 darkness. You know, I could go for 500 darkness. That's actually quite a lot.
Darkness, please.
I'll trade an ambrosia for 500 darkness. Anything happening in the garden? The game is low-key a horror game. Yeah. So I didn't stream most of it, but I think I did a stream test on it. And Revelation, my mod, who is a big Subnautica fan, he watched me play, and I went to the ship. It was when I had like the radiation stuff, and I was going up to explore the ship, for the sort of crashed ship for the first time. And 4 diamonds, lovely. And 15 time blood because we finished all the harsh conditions. Brilliant. Find a way to pardon Sisyphus. Okay, we will endeavour to do that.
Darkness is power.
Okay, we still can't afford. Which of these have we not used? But yeah, so when I got there, there was actually, I don't remember what, Kyle will remember what they were called, but I got you know, like the very, very long creatures that echolocate, that have that like really intimidating, yeah, leviathans. Yes, that's the Reaper Leviathan. There was one of those just like stuck up against the boat, not facing me. It was just kind of stuck there, and that was very intimidating because you could hear it. And I managed to get onto the boat, and Carl's like, "You got to scan it." He's like, "Scan it. It's stuck. You'll never have this chance again." And so I scan it, and then you bring up the because I'm like, I sneak up behind it and I scan it, and then I scan it, and I'm like, okay, it hasn't seen me. And then I pull up the thing, and it says, "The Reaper Leviathan uses echolocation, so if you hear its roar, it knows where you are." And I'm like, oh shit. Luckily it was like, I think it was just kind of stuck up against a bit of the geometry. I don't know why it was this high up. Kyle's like, it should not be this high up, but it was very intimidating. But I actually, you know, I got fairly far in. I built the first ship, and I did some exploration in that. I think I built maybe the second like submersible. I fixed the radiation problem. I think that was about the last thing I did. So I did only get like a dozen or so hours in. It was cool. I might dip back into it at some point, but I doubt I will finish it. But I do like it, and I would recommend it to people if they can get over the intimidation factor of being in the dark depths. Okay, we have not used most of these. We've kind of stuck to our stuff for the most part. I would mix it up with a couple of these things. We could try out, like, we could swap out deep pockets. Like, I think deep pockets is good, but we could put golden touch on. We could maybe put on, if we ever we've not used fated authority. We have used, yeah, we have, because we've already got 1 point in it. So did we use that at some point? Next horror game might be Made of Skier. Interesting. We have done Fated Authority. Okay. Well, we won't put that on then, because I don't think it's as good. I'll tell you what, though, we could take Thick Skin off, because if we use Arthur's sword, the other we've used High Confidence, haven't we? Maybe I haven't finished with High Confidence. This is a lot of no, I haven't finished with High Confidence, so maybe we could put that on. Like, I guess what better time than when you're starting with I don't really want to spend too much on these. I don't even know if I'm going to level this up, because it is okay, but I don't know. I guess I can always refund it, right? Not the end of the world. Okay, it only goes up that much anyway. That's fine.
Nyx's power.
A walking horror simulator set in Wales by the Wales dev team. Wow. Made by Wales. We do get the bonus darkness on this, but I do want to use this sword out. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by it. I guess we probably want Afro. We want to get, or maybe Artemis, to get those big hits. Afro gives us extra damage reduction as well, so maybe that synergizes nicely. I don't remember what leveling it up does. Oh, it increases the damage reduction on the aura. That's probably fine. We could knock it up a little bit. I mean, it's 5% at a time. not the worst, I guess. We'll knock it up to 30%, but I don't want to spend all of my Titan blood. When you finally hear some correct Welsh? That's an interesting question, yeah. Right, what do we want here? I think we still want benefits package. We haven't seen all the benefits package things. And then we just want something else on. Just a one-pointer. I mean, tight deadline's not too bad, to be honest, but I don't know if it's the thing I would want to keep. Put extreme measures 1 back on again. That's definitely a possibility. I know Meg doesn't really like it, but we'll stick it on.
One more time.
Is Alien almost? No, I don't think Alien's almost over. It's quite a long game. It never ends, much like Hades.
Lady Aphrodite.
Also, I didn't turn in for extra nectar, so we don't have that many. But apparently, we've done as many as we can with Aphrodite. Yeah, I guess so. Poseidon, we're still quite a way back on, but a lot of these were actually close to finishing, which is good.
Don't work yourself too hard down there. You promise, little godling.
Oh, they did late shift. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's put it on the attack.
My heart is full.
Oof, big damage. So we do get the extra 50 health from this. You could get stuck for 4 weeks, yeah. You've really got to make sure you're accurate with these, because if you're not facing the right way, some of the hits are so slow. But it does a lot of damage.
Claiming these.
A competent Resi clone. Well, I mean, that sounds alright. Not opposed to a Resi clone. I love an early Chaos. The Welsh Resi walking simulator. You should start charging your phone before streams? Yeah, you should. I mean, I charge my phone before streams and they still run out. Oh, hello.
Remember this. I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame. A waking phrase to which you and the all-seeing artifact of my creation may respond.
I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame.
And an all-seeing artifact, you must mean Aegis, right? So I'm to say to it, I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame, and it'll wake right up. Though, can you tell me what it means, or who?
I mean, I can charge my phone while I'm watching the stream, but I like how Connor says this, the man who keeps forgetting to turn his laptop charging cable on. That's a fair answer, Chaos. It's like, yeah, I could tell you stuff, but you should do it yourself. We haven't done this, but also I don't really care about an extra cast stone on this build. We could go for the big gamble. Chamber reward previews are hidden. I want to re-roll these. I don't love any of them that much. This is maybe not a. This is maybe actually worse now. I don't know. Let's do slippery lunge and we'll increase our dash strike. Good little jaunt. You leave Con to get horny over Resi. That's reasonable. Ah, big 636. Yeah, I can plug my phone in, but the problem is, like, it's not a problem, but by default, I stand up my phone so that I can see the chat easily. And obviously, if I plug my charging cable into the bottom of it, then I can't stand it up. I have to lie on its side or put it down flat on the desk, which makes it a little bit harder to read. Not the end of the world, but ideally, if I can, I generally want to... I've got to remember to use this special, because we take less damage when we're standing in the hallowed ground. Okay, you can only do it once it hasn't been created. There we go. There you see, we get this beautiful effect. I love the way it follows us around. Okay, we've darkness or keys. Darkness or keys. We don't have any re-rolls, so we should probably grab a re-roll. You always get 2 meter cables. Yeah, honestly, I wish my charging cable was a little bit longer, but it's fine. It's long enough. It's actually better now that I have this new desk, but it's still not ideal.
My boon from Master Chaos has evolved.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, like I can plug my phone in. It's not a like. It's not so much the distance. It's just the angle of it, because I can't stand my phone up while it's got a charging cable in. Big damage on those. Come back here. Oh yeah, I love those big hits. Very satisfying. Your charging is broken on you. You have to charge it wirelessly. Just hit it. Just stand here and hit it. 576. Beautiful.
Yeah, Lady Demeter, I am forever in your debt for the affection that you've shown to me and for the power you've bestowed.
The everlasting winter means that nectar's been in rather short supply. That you would think of me for such an offering is duly noted.
I mean, whose fault is the everlasting winter, Demeter? Because I think it might be your fault.
All of the love and beauty in the world can wither in a season, Zagreus. Remember that when next the goddess Aphrodite makes her promises.
You need to sound balance your game to make the music louder in Hades. So an interesting thing I noticed that we got that song that you can, because you can play songs in the house. They're a lot louder than the regular songs. They do quieten down when there's dialogue, but they're like weirdly loud. I did actually I think I mentioned it, but I re-sound balanced this game quite a lot from its default. Like I don't think the default is great. What do I actually want here? I don't know.
That's cold.
I kind of like Demeter's call. I don't love it. Yeah, God of the Dead. Yeah.
What's your rush there, boy?
What's your rush, boy? What's your flavor? Tell me, what's your flavor, boy? Ah, dash straight into that one. I think just the dash attack is still going to be really good. Oh, look at that. It slows down the projectiles. That is cool. I'd forgotten that was a thing. It's a cool effect. I feel like I'll probably just walk into them anyway, but I like the theory.
Almost.
You got to kill as many enemies as possible. It's free free gold. There you go. We got a little bit of gold from that last skull even. So, worth it. Very worth it. Up to 75 gems. I would like up to 75 gems. Frozen Touch is great if you play super aggressive. Her call is great. The slow foes down for the same reason. Oh yeah, deflecting them. Yeah, that is a good point actually. Yeah, if you slow down the projectiles, they're easy to deflect.
All right, Regis, get to work.
I like that. That's a cool idea. Or a cool use case, I guess I should say. I don't want to get hit by those. I guess Arthur has these big sweeps as well, so it's not too difficult to just kill them yourself. Because you can just, you know, if they're coming in slowly, you can just use one of those big swipes. It is the second hit, but you can probably fill them out pretty quickly.
Better stock up.
Okay.
Should come in useful.
I guess we just... these are both pretty good. Like, there's only 4 damage increase, but it's 4 every 0.25 seconds. So you're multiplying that by 5 and then... Oh, sorry, by 4 and then by 5. So times 20. So it's 320 damage, which is pretty good. But our attack is very strong. So let's stick with that for now. More special, Passion Dash. Or Wave of Despair is okay. I don't really want it weak on the special as well, just because I feel like it is such a big damage buff though, which is nice, but I feel like maybe we want something a bit different. I don't love any of these that much. I think Wave of Despair is good as like a safety device. I don't really want to waste my reroll on this. Not waste it, but I don't really want to use my reroll. Oh, these connected things. Yeah, I forgot about that. There we go. Demon's Call inflicts chill, which means they slow down considerably. Yes, yeah, for higher heat runs. Yeah, as you say, like, once you get into higher heat, obviously that changes the considerations quite a bit. Which, again, is like another reason I think this game is very interesting. Have we ever bought Midas, Price of Midas? It's only 12 health. This wouldn't be the worst thing to do now. I can't remember if we bought this or not. I'm gonna buy it anyway. It's only 12 health. We can lose 12 health, right? He says confidently. I hate both of these, but I guess we'll do one of them. Especially, I kind of hate Aphrodite's when we're this slow. Bite this. Done it once with the spear, once with the sword. Nice. I do think it's probably better. Demeter's isn't that bad, but it's annoying. I feel like it's more... The frost things are annoying more than they're actually damaging, whereas, like... Aphrodite's is really quite dangerous if you're not careful, but I guess maybe the aura would slow it down. I might say the healing here. Frost Chill is not the worst, but it's not amazing. Especially on a common. If it was a rarer one, I'd probably pick it up. Aphrodite's cast is insane if you boost it enough. Yeah, so we used the Blown Kiss last time, and last week, and that was really good. It feels a lot when you get that bit extra range. It feels really nice. Yeah, see, okay, that does slow it down, which is good because that thing is a pain. Oh, come on! It comes out so quickly. Okay, it wasn't too bad. The early ones of those are not too bad. You got an armored big butterfly with a bunch of armored bow lads. Yeah, the first time I ran into the big butterfly, the spirit ball, that really did me in. It can be quite dangerous if you don't have a good amount of burst damage to take it down quickly. Weak effects are more potent, which I think is pretty good. Sure, we'll take it. I've come around on Crush Shot. That was one which I wasn't sure about early on, but I think the more you see it, the stronger you feel about it.
It's just the edge I need.
Holy Excalibur is 45% larger. That's kind of cool. Attack deals bonus damage to armor. Your attack restores 2 health per hit, but you have 60% less health. I don't know about that. Our attack is so slow that I don't feel like that's going to be good for this. I could go either way. This is obviously like much more specific to the thing, which sounds kind of cool. And it slows down foes as well. This is nice. But I'm gonna try this out because it is unique to Arthur. Oh, that is big. Look at that. Look at the size of that. It's always good to experiment. Aphrodite's attack being slowed down. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't think it's too bad, that one, but if it catches you, it just does so much burst damage.
Megaera, bleed him.
Oh. Very sexy. Oh, she was actually dashing. I didn't think she was actually dashing at me there because of the... Oh, it disables traps as well. That's cool. Like, if you put it over a trap, it disables the trap. I should put one of these down. Ah, she's dashing out of it. There's a lot going on once you add, even just adding one additional person to this fight. Oh, especially if I then just dash into trouble. Ah, there goes a Death Defiance. That's no good. Alright. Shouldn't have wasted a Death Defiance there. But, dealing with a new weapon and a little bit more chaotic fight. It's definitely, the speed of this weapon means you really have to, as you say, having the slowdown really helps.
Megaera seems to be having
Okay. What do we got to sell? Anything we want to sell? No. That extra weak damage is pretty good. We don't really need anything to buy at the moment.
Let's see here.
Athena would be kind of cool for the deflect. We could also take Aphrodite.
Should help.
If we can get the deflect on the special, that would be nice. Aphro's cool is amazing for bosses. Yeah, it's pretty. The bonus damage on it is really nice for bursting people down. We had a good one on Hades, where I was using the Gilgamesh claws, where you get the bonus main damage as well, and we just absolutely bursted him down, which was nice. What if it disables lava damage? It does. That's cool. That's a nice touch. Okay. But yeah, I feel like as a quick use thing, it's not all that. I could do this. It wouldn't be the worst idea. I mean, it would be for like 7 health.
Might as well.
Don't make me laugh.
If I was on a time limit, I probably wouldn't do this, but we're not. There we go. All right. We did take 1 damage there, I think, but we got our health back, which is nice. But yeah, I'm not the hugest fan. It's not my favorite call, that's for sure. I think I've really come around on calls that I think are good single use, like single charge calls, like Zeus, Poseidon, Dionysus. I think are all really good with 1 charge. I think. I would put Demeter's in there as well. Aphro's I don't think is great on a single charge. I don't think the charm's okay, but I don't think it's amazing. There we go. Oh, we got choices here. We got a decent amount of money, but it's very difficult to turn down. Whenever you see troves, you always do them. Yeah, risk it for the basic. Yeah, I kind of the same. I think if you're on a time limit, it's a little bit different, I guess, but that's a consideration you have to make once you're used to the time limits.
You're just in time.
I'm definitely a slower player anyway, so.
Real good cooking right here that you're gonna love. You hungry? Yeah.
I'm always hungry.
Am I ever? You're always so generous.
Yeah, I could see if you really crank the time charm.
Guests come by. Your place seems somewhat off the beaten path.
I watch a bit of Halion, and I saw he did like a charm build where he got the charm up to like 30-40 plus seconds. And it's like, yeah, okay, at that point,
I think I get a lot of guests here.
You could just like perma charm almost anything.
I like cooking anyway. It's like singing in a way. Keep getting better the more you try. Turns out a bit different each time.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't have a lot of guests at the moment, as I don't think many people do, but I still love cooking. It's very good. I think we just take the nectar here. We've already leveled up our attack anyway. Just work towards the future.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you really commit to like supercharging a single ability like that, because obviously the thing is like there's diminishing returns when you start upgrading most things, but at some point the diminishing returns they kind of undiminish because it gets small enough that it just has to increase every time just by the nature of you know, once you're only increasing by 1 or 2 per run, it's going to keep increasing by 1 or 2 per pom. So got hit by that unnecessarily. Okay, lovely. Are you talking about other boons? Yeah, no, that's true. There are, yes, yeah, other boons that enhance stuff as well. Like Poseidon has the rip current, which makes it a lot stronger. And I think that's a good. I think that's a pretty good.
That care and your determination spurs me on.
Oh, that's nice.
Perhaps there really is no time quite like the present when it comes to showing thanks to one another, my dear cousin. You've opened my eyes to the possibility, though I remain steadfast in my resolve to fight for you.
And like you say, that's one of the reasons the game's very satisfying, because, you know, you can't guarantee you'll see those every time. You know, you can take a boon and you can try and work towards something, and obviously the more re-rolls you have working for you, the more likely it'll be that you find it, but it's never a guarantee.
Your father hid the knowledge of your birth and life from us, my cousin. It's unacceptable.
You know, and you have to work with what you get. Divine Dash is a great perk that I think I'll just take, because I'd be tempted to take the cast, but as you say, Divine Dash is very good. And it will be really nice with the deflect, because we can deflect things in the small area easily. Just having deflect in general is just such a nice thing to have.
This one's for you, swift and sure-footed messenger of the gods. You make what you do look easy.
But yeah, I've been trying to take other things so that we don't, you know, when I was first doing runs, I was definitely taking Divine Dash a lot, and I was like, well, I want to try some of the other dashes. I don't want to lean on it too hard, because it is very strong. And it gets a bit boring if you're just doing the same thing every time.
But your family, and, well, you're a right decent chap, I think. Offering up a bit of nectar to me in the middle of all this.
You gotta have a bit of nectar.
You ever wonder how I got this fast, cuz? Lots of practicing, I'll tell you that. And being born unnaturally quick, I guess.
Okay. Hyper sprint, quick reload. Special faster could actually be okay on this. I don't love. More damage reduction could be nice. The way I think damage reduction stacks like multiplicatively, so it's not actually quite as strong each time you add more damage reduction sources. But it doesn't hurt. You know, it doesn't hurt. We've got loads of money. We can get a reroll. You like massively enhancing the blade rift. Oh, I didn't even see that guy there.
Fishing time.
Okay, another cross station. You like Aphrodite's dash and then the duo with Artemis. Oh, is that the one that increases crit when enemies are weak? That seems decent. I'll take a shot. We got loads of cash. We can afford it. Ares cast is amazing for sticks. Yeah, I could see that, because if you make the cast bigger and more powerful, and you have like the hunters one that chases it around, we can afford these. We got anything to say to?
Should help keep me going.
It doesn't seem like it. Clouded Judgment, Heaven's Vengeance. I like the Zeus cast. I don't think it's my favorite, but I think it is good. It's good AoE damage, so I'll take it. And we'll take the darkness. We've got the money to spare. Can you have an imperfect? I mean, you can have a catch. So it's when you get Zag on a blind date and he calls you mate.
What have you been up to since I last destroyed your multitude of heads?
I like how this arena actually looks like a diamond as well. I don't know if that's intentional, but probably, knowing Supergiant. Bam! Big 604. I probably should have just saved that for the other one, but it's fine. It's fine. It's actually really weird seeing things get deflected in slow motion. Okay. There we go.
And clear.
Okay, beautiful. If you get a Chaos Boom, they give you an extra cast plus Hermes auto cast. The Ares cast is absolutely broken. Oh yeah, getting an extra cast, yeah. Anytime you can add extra casts is always really nice on any kind of cast build, I guess. So. These are all okay. Where are we? Right, we're going into
maybe I should switch.
Elysium. Afro, maybe? I'm just behind this now. Sure, why not? Why not? Maybe Ares might have been actually kind of nice for the.
Thank you.
Okay, beautiful. Acorn. You love that acorn. We've maxed out the acorn. I will still use it sometimes, but I don't want to use it all the time because we've already. Look at that! Look at that really slow thing. It's very satisfying.
You're just in time.
I've got to remember this doesn't actually slow them down that much. It slows them down by like 10%, but they don't. The enemies don't slow down as much as the projectiles do. Perfect.
That's everyone.
acorn points redemption.
This is a total disappointment, Zagreus. Why, someday maybe you could meet Callisto. She goes hunting with me all the time. Bet you don't see many woodland nymphs down there.
I feel like I don't need encouragement to put the acorn on, because I think it's the most, I think it's probably the strongest thing. Especially stronger. Especially strong is really the thing I want here, even if it's not a great one. Prophecy fulfilled, lovely. Favorite weapon and aspects. I'd have to think about that. It's tough. I like all the weapons. You know, I've been kind of just using everything. I would say one of my favorite things about the game is I don't really dislike any of them. I think probably my favorite is the bow, or maybe the fists, and my least favorite, the spear, or the sword. Maybe the sword. I don't know. I feel like the sword is, the dash attack on the sword is really good, and everything else is a bit underwhelming. Like the regular attacks on the sword just don't feel great to me. Acorn is it's a keepsake that you can put on, so it's the thing you change out between the levels, and it protects you from boss damage basically. So you can take like 5 hits from the boss without taking damage. It's really strong. I think it's probably one of the best like safety devices in the game. But I've also maxed it out, and there's a lot of keepsakes I haven't maxed out, so I want to mix it up. CJ with the raid. Hello CJ, how is it going? How is everyone? Aspect of Hera is your favorite? That's definitely a top tier one for me. Sword is, yeah, that's the thing, is I still like the sword even then. You're good? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the raid. Can we have a good old shout out for CJ? What have you been up to today, CJ? Have you been managing? Is it a manager day? Yes, you have. How is being the general manager of Monday Night Raw? For those of you who don't know, CJ does a lot of things. He was previously very good at Mario 35, which is now over, so now he's being good at Pac-Man 99, but he's also been managing, he's taken over as the general manager of Monday Night Raw, and attempting to build the brand to greatness that the WWE have failed to do. Still the worst brand, but we get, yeah, I love that GM mode back in the day. It was really fun. But thank you very much for coming by. We had one internet drop earlier, so just a heads up, if I disappear suddenly, it's probably that, and I will come back, but hopefully it doesn't happen, knock on wood. Did you do a GM mode in SmackDown vs Raw? Yeah, that honestly, that's one of the things that would get me to boot up like some emulation. I mean, I could dig my PS2 out, I guess. I gotta actually be quick here. Get back here. This is a close one at the moment. Get him! Oh no, he got him. He's gonna get that as well, because we're not gonna be able to. Don't stand in that thing. There we go. Oh, we did it. Okay. Whew. That was nasty. It's been a lot of fun. Carly left the show in a half. That's good. Yeah, I need to catch the VOD for today. See how it is. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that mode. Very satisfying. I had a lot of fun with that Scotty Too Hottie being like my go-to jobber. I feel like he lost everything, but he brought in a lot of fans. So, you know, you've got to give the fans what they want. And what the fans want is to see Scotty Too Hottie lose every week in the opening match after he does the worm. See, we're getting some real diminishing returns here. I think we mix it up, and I probably should have picked this up first, actually, given there wasn't as many things. Bonus damage, pretty okay.
Nyx's power.
You're gonna have Rob Van Dam as the champ. That's what I like to hear. Okay, Zeus. Zeus is okay. We could just health up. We could be pretty tanky. Feels like they want you to have a lot of health on this weapon, so maybe that is the way to go. These guys are fast as well, which I don't like. The big damage when you actually hit that is very satisfying.
Right there.
Cruiserweight champ can be Ray. You've got it all. You sound like you've got it all planned out, Martin. Sure, I'll take some healing. This is actually tough because there are things I would like to palm, but not my attack. And I feel like the attack is kind of where we're leaning. I keep dashing and then attacking the wrong direction, which doesn't help. Beautiful. Okay. Surprised that didn't just kill him, but I guess maybe he was still immune from the... Oh man, I let him respawn. That was bad. I just missed him altogether. The slow swings on this weapon, it's very easy to miss someone if you don't line it up right, and you don't have much time to correct, or you can't correct because it's so slow. You watch up, up, down, down, and then GM mode. The GM mode with Xavier was entirely breeze. Yeah, I've not watched a lot of up, up, down, down in a while, but I do like their stuff. I think they're very entertaining. Dying Lament, sure, that will help us with crowd control a bit more. It's okay. It's solid. Warzone on season 69, maybe. So Achilles could have prolonged the war, but he chose to end it. I love the way he just absolutely bolts it, like he's in a. Like he's the road runner.
You must have met so many great heroes in your day, having fought alongside Achilles. Do you still keep in touch with any of them here?
Great heroes. Haven't you seen by now what they are like, stranger? Not all entirely what they're cracked up to be.
That's true.
But there were good ones, yes. Suppose they're mostly keeping to themselves, like I am here.
Just enjoying their afterlife, you know.
Down the line.
In peace, in harmony. We should probably take the Kiss of Styx here. The Hydrolite Gold is actually pretty good with the health that we have, but you know, you can't really argue too much with getting the Death Defiance back. I think there's a solid case either way there. Oh, I think I actually ran into that. There we go. All right, we made it. It's a little bit messy, that room, but we got there. Hydrolite Gold is better than a single Death Defiance if you count the amount of house it can give you in a turn. Yes, I think, yeah, I think you're right. Hydrolite, I think Hydrolite Gold is the best pick generally. I was actually quite tempted to pick there. I guess it depends how much health you have. Well, actually, no, it doesn't, right? Because Death Defiance is 50% of your health back, right? Whereas Hydrolite Gold is 150% of your health. So numerically, Hydrolite Gold is definitely better. I think you're right. Well, you are right. I would agree with you there. Like, it's very rare that I won't pick the Hydrolite Gold because it is just such good sustain healing. And in retrospect, maybe I should have done, but how often do you use Death Defiance?
Gentlemen.
It's true. Death Defiance is good for a single encounter, though, as Sammy says. You know.
It seems ill-fitting for one such as you.
Yeah, if you've lost 2, then it starts to get better. Even then, the healing is very strong. I guess it comes down to, like, if the Kiss of Stick, if the Hydrolite Gold is gonna full heal you, then it feels less good, right? Like, because then it's not doing as much if you're already at full health, because it can't heal you past full health.
Ah, well then, I pity whosoever shall lay hands upon that.
Hi, Scientologist, good to see you. You barely pick Hydrolite Gold. I think it's the one, unless you've lost all your Death Defiances. As much as it's tempting to take the bonus attack, I just don't think it's as good. Give the Minotaur a bit of business. He knocked me out of my attack as well. I actually hit Theseus there by accident, really, more than anything. Probably shouldn't get into the middle of them. I was asking for trouble. There we go.
How could you? You're next, King. Prepare yourself.
It's probably better just to bait out his attacks and then hit him in the cooldown. I'm not a fan of dealing with Dionysus. The way, like, because he has lots of small things, I find him a lot harder to read. There we go. You can deflect the stupid spear back at him. Yeah, that's true.
Theseus shut it for a bit.
What's the big mark I'm making? So this is, I guess this is a slight mechanical spoiler. It's one of the weapon aspects you get. Creates this area of effect that slows down. It slows down projectiles and it reduces the damage you take from things inside it.
I'll just help myself. To my greatest fan.
Oh, you unlocked it today, but you haven't unlocked it with blood. You're probably catching up to me then, because I only got it last week or so. Okay.
I'll just take this one.
Anything I want to sell? No, that's all right. That's fine. It's all okay. I'll even buy that. Why not?
I'm out of here.
You have something I don't. Interesting. Yeah, obviously it's not exactly linear. It depends what you've done. Okay. Oh yeah, you've unlocked one of the companion things. Sure. I know about those. I haven't obviously haven't gotten to them yet, but
what lurks in this surface river here?
We'll get there soon enough.
If I win this round, fish.
Haha. Okay. Health? Sure, why not? We've actually got a lot of health, but I love when the room just blows up in sticks. It's very satisfying. You knew of them as the game mentions them, yeah. I knew it just because I'd seen it elsewhere as well. But once I'd got to credits, I started watching other people play a bit more. So I was like, you know, if I spoil a couple of little mechanics, I'm still not going to watch story stuff, but you know, it'll happen.
That's the most gigantic vermin I've ever seen.
Oops, walking over poison. There we go. It's a little bit messy there. We got a lot of poison on the floor.
Should be able to get back through here.
You're off to bed? No worries, Connor. Thanks very much for coming by. You have Excalibur Instant Status to deflect the poison. Yeah, it definitely makes it deflect a little bit easier. I feel like you can kind of get the timing down, but having that slow down definitely
I'll take this one.
Makes your life even easier. As long as you don't over anticipate the timing, I guess. I'll increase the cast. Sure, the cast is decent. It's not really what I would have picked, but
maybe it's in here.
Considering putting God mode on to killing up the unlocks. I shouldn't read chat while I'm in the middle of an encounter, but are you enjoying the different? Yeah, that's the thing. Like if I felt like I was struggling, I would maybe consider using it, but I'm enjoying the level of challenge. I'll just take the darkness here. That's fine. He'll be back in chat in 15 minutes. Yeah, he will. He'll hear someone mention Leon, and he'll be back. I've got to talk about Leon Kennedy. Got all these rat burritos. So many rat burritos. Delicious. And there we go. Beautiful. We got 230 gold in that room. Oh, it was a gold room. That's right. I was like, that was a lot. But it makes a lot more sense when you think about it like that.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Sure, we'll take differently.
Fabulous.
And 4% general damage buff, or just a bit more damage on this, or more damage on Dying Lament. Maybe just that. It's not that good in the final fight, but honestly, I don't know. I don't love any of those. I'm not using the special for damage really, so doesn't feel as good.
Deliberating briefly.
Yeah, I do have the reroll. That's true. I could have rerolled that one.
Bye for now, boy.
Okay. Well, here we go. I think we get the prophecy regardless of whether we win or lose, so that's nice.
We made it, Stygius. I hope this Arthur serves you well someday.
I never had any respect for Stygius, that blade you bear. Perhaps unfairly due to Brother Poseidon's sloppy form when once he wielded it. But now it seems quite different in your care.
I think we've grown quite close to one another, yes. Enough to where I've come to know a different side of this fine blade right here. This is the aspect of some Arthur fellow. Maybe the two of you could get acquainted properly.
Arthur.
What kind of a name is Arthur?
Neither of gods or kings of any realm I know. Then introduce us, as you say, to this new amateur to whom your blade rendered its services.
Well, here we go. Prophecy fulfilled. Look at it, it's so slow.
Darkness. You brought this on yourself.
Bit of unnecessary damage there.
Darkness.
Where's he gone? Oh, he's there.
Darkness. The vengeance of the underworld, heed me and rise from the earth to do my bidding.
It does make deflecting those very much easier. Oh, I didn't even see him come in there. I was so focused. These big damage hits. Very satisfying. Love the time-traveling weapons. Yeah, it's a neat idea, right? The idea that they're like, oh, this weapon will be wielded by someone in the future. We don't really know who they are, but I mean, obviously we know who they are. It's definitely a neat concept. He's gone. He's away. I feel like I've not really got the rhythm of the swings down, because you can like dash between the swings. Ah, okay, that doesn't completely disable those then. It normally disables traps, and maybe it does, and I'm just used it incorrectly there. Oh, with the damage reduction, he's doing 10 damage with those, which makes them a lot less scary. Huh. This is overkill for Hades. It does feel like it, doesn't it?
Not yet.
You.
Just smack him across the chest with a big sword. Gotta gamble more on sticks. Yeah, maybe you're right. Add some more challenges. And there we go.
Say hi to Hypnos for me.
Who I will see in about 20 minutes of real time, I guess. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Greater Consecration, Slippery Lunge. I feel like I didn't actually use it that much, but we did use the dash strike a little bit here and there. I don't know. This is there wasn't really much to this. It was pretty straightforward. It was, you know, you could maybe just be like, okay, well, it's weak and weak and weak. Right? What was the other? Yeah, Sweet Surrender. There you go. All weakness. Kind of what it was all about. It's a cool weapon. It's a cool weapon. So we've done sword, spear, and bow. I wish you could just pull this up quickly. You can go into the archive and check it there, but I kind of like just being able to. I just want to see at a quick glance which weapons I've done on which heat without having to like get them out and check them. Yeah, good job I got that Death Defiance back. That's right. Otherwise, we might have been in trouble. I just really love the way he runs around there.
Imagine that Prince Zagreus
Thank you.
experiences some sort of joyous outcome for a change, in contrast to the arbitrary and unfortunately painful death he shall experience now.
Yeah, because he zags. Perfect. Love it. Beautiful. Upgraded the house contractor. Oh yeah, so you're now getting into the starting to do the upgrades a bit more now.
I think.
That's good. That's good.
Hypnos, you're not irreplaceable, you understand? If you don't shape up quickly, someone else is going to have your job.
Oh, I hear you loud and clear, Thanatos. And let me tell you, they will have the greatest job
Hypnos is like, yeah, whatever. That's fine.
I feel like I'm not getting through to you, brother. Well, after the inevitable happens, don't come telling me I didn't try.
Don't worry, I won't.
Woof.
Boy. Zagreus.
Always wanted to ask you something, Father. Whose skull is that there on your shoulder? If it's not too personal.
I did not chronicle all Typhon's wretched offspring, boy. No one did. Some of them sit upon our shoulders now, lest we forget that things could easily have turned out rather differently, and much, much worse.
So these are just the remains of the spawn of the most hideous monstrosity of all time, which you and your brother slew. Got it? I guess putting the dead in their place is
a little bit grim, but you know,
I can hardly
that's kind of the that's kind of comes with the territory, I suppose.
You're better off.
They do sometimes. They'll mention some past things, and you'll be like, "Oh, that's kind of horrifying." But you know, that's the Greek pantheon for you.
You and Patroclus. So you're doomed to never be together then.
You must safeguard the details of it, lad. Although it's not as bad as you make out. I ensured Patroclus is provided for. We wouldn't have been together anyway. Initially, he wasn't sent into Elysium, you see.
There has to be a way for me to make this right. Not just for
So we learned last time that Achilles, after he died, like he was sent to Elysium, but then he's like, well, I want Patroclus to be in Elysium because I care about him. And so he's like, he agreed to work for Hades in return for Patroclus going to Elysium. But obviously Patroclus is, you know, in a nice place, but he's very lonely because he doesn't have Achilles with him.
You've other pressing matters to attend to, lad.
It's not all cheery in hell.
I have ample time to wait this out. I know you mean well, but do not discuss this matter with your father now. I fear that it could make things worse.
Sure, I feel like, I don't know, Hades has softened a little. It would just be like, look, Achilles works very hard for you. Just let him pop out and see his boyfriend. I don't know. Doesn't seem too bad, does it?
My friend, Zagreus, the most amazing circumstances have occurred. The terms of my employment, they've been altered such that I may visit Asphodel sometimes. May visit her.
How could that have happened? What a beautiful story.
That's great. Orpheus, what are you waiting for, mate? Go and find your muse out there. You two have lots to catch up on, I think.
I'll pull up my thing in a second.
I'm so very anxious, I must say. But I must also thank you for this opportunity and for speaking with me all this time. So, how might I repay you?
Just you know, just whatever you need. Just do your thing.
Talk of payment around
Give us a
here.
song,
You're
you
my
know.
mate, and your songs have lifted
You're
many
my
spirits
mate.
here, including mine. Now go and make the most of this, will you?
Yeah, what? Oh, look at that. Unlock fulfilled. We'll check the thing. I'll see when the first win was. Just for the record.
Take a quick look then.
When was the first one? 22 was the first one. Give us 20 diamonds to buy all the songs, yeah. Yeah, so 22 was my first win, and then
not too bad.
We've done 20 runs since, I guess. So it's about 50% at this point. It's like 40 something, yeah, you know. It just comes at different speeds, I guess. It's not, you know, nothing to be ashamed of. I feel like I play very... So this is a thing, like, I mean, this is true in Souls and stuff, like, I don't beat things quickly in, like, real-time sense, but I often beat things quickly in a number of attempts, because I play quite slowly, but I spend a lot of time experimenting and learning. Like, I will take my time on encounters, whereas, like, some people rush in and are, like, much more aggressive. Like, watching Wayne. Wayne is much more aggressive in his play, which, you know, means that he'll have more attempts before he gets something done. But it won't actually take him much longer than it takes me, because and sometimes he'll do stuff quicker than me just because I'm playing so slowly and carefully a lot of the time. We did have some new stuff here, but I don't see where it is. Okay, well, let's talk to Meg.
So, Zagreus, how's it going with that pact of punishment you signed? You've made some meaningful improvements to the underworld.
You've been putting the time on for heat, yeah. It's interesting. I think that first point of the timer is actually one of the easiest of the challenges to put on, but I think if you don't put a timer on at all, the difference between doing like if you were doing a more challenging run, the difference between having infinite time and having to do it at speed makes it a lot harder. You gotta head the dogs out for a walk. Good luck on the last run. Thank you very much.
I'll fight my way out of this place or earn it.
Your sister called you a chav.
A way to keep things lively.
It's because you don't eat enough lentils, Kyle.
You are delusional. I'll never understand you or your father. Anyway, if you're looking for more punishment, you know where to find me.
You died to the timer during the second... So we put the timer on for like the first time today. It's the last one I put on.
Indeed.
Which partly is just I play slowly as well because I'm playing on stream and obviously I'm talking at the same time, so I tend to slow down anyway. Like my initial times were like 45, 50 minutes for a run, which I think is unrealistic, but it was just I was sort of standing around and chatting between rooms and I wasn't pausing the time, so
What's up for barter?
Ooh, Titan blood for 15 keys, not too bad. That is kind of tempting. I mean, we can get 15 keys pretty easily.
Fair trade.
I do want the nectar
Extra
though,
keys.
and that would mean less nectar. Oh, we can still afford some nectar. That's fine. I want to make sure we have enough nectar to spend on giving to people.
More keys for me.
Yeah, I'll probably do one more run.
I could use that.
At the moment, so I've been trading. I've been getting a lot of nectar just because I need to level up my. Oh, I don't have enough for this. I shouldn't have done that last one.
I think I'll take it.
That's whatever. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Because I am trying to.
You're trying to.
Trying to upgrade the relationships with all of the Olympians. Okay. Oh, we do actually have. Maybe we'll have some more gems anyway.
Pleasure doing business with you, Fates.
2 Ambrosia for reuniting.
Orpheus and Eurydice can be happy again.
2 for reaching with the hidden aspect of Stygius. And 450. Oh, there you go. 450 gems. Bang.
To slay father's forces.
And now we can buy some more. Let's just do that quickly. Oh, hey, look who's here. Dusa's come back.
Fair and square. Here's the gemstones then. I'll take it.
That's probably okay for now.
I'll take the nectar.
Dusa. Oh, we can gift her an Ambrosia.
Hey, Dusa. Congratulations on completing your assignment with the lounge. Look at this place. It's better than ever. All thanks to your effort and dedication. Here, this is for you. Something special for the occasion.
It's weird seeing how you've got some changes I don't, and I've got some you don't. Yeah.
Whoa, this is ambrosia, Prince. But this is for gods. This isn't for someone like me. But wait, no, here. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. Here, take this. I got it. Just for you, so take it, please. Farewell.
A Chthonic companion.
There we go. We did it.
Really? You're the best.
Perfect. Okay, so it is just relationship based. We get ourselves a companion. There we go. The master deemed further inquiry into this unlawful and ungranted supervisory responsibilities to Nyx, who ensures the Gorgon's workload is always full. In turn, the Gorgon steadfastly accomplishes her duties with diligence, if not grace, perhaps finding pleasure purely in a job well done. Should we see if our mum's around? Sometimes people come back in when you go into your room. Well, there we go. We have ourselves a companion. Actually, I'll change the gold back out as well. Would you do a crazy run? Maybe. I don't know. It is partly the streak. It's more that I just haven't finished seeing all the stuff yet. So, oh, we had high confidence on as well, didn't we? Okay. Well, let's turn those back over for now. What else have we not used? The dragon's rival. The hidden aspect of Aegis. I guess we could use that. We could try that. Well, that's it. We'll try out the new weapon.
Another keepsake.
Okay, so here we go. Companion. Your summon joins you for 30 seconds, repeatedly firing shots that petrify foes and deal 70 damage. Max uses per escape 1. Sure. Okay, and you can upgrade it to get more uses. Well, I don't want to spend all my ambrosia yet because I don't know what the other ones are. We'll try it out and see. We only get 1 use of it in a run.
Aegis, I see you stand.
Oh yeah, good point. Play the instrument. Thank you. Here we go. Aspect of Beowulf.
Beowulf is going to be tough.
Nagling's Board. Cast empowers Bull Rush. You have Nagling's Board, but take 10% damage. Dragon Rush, bonus damage, and area. Loaded cast fire at the end of move. Okay, so you wait. Did we I don't think I put it on. I think I just unlocked it. Oh, I didn't unlock it. There we go. Okay. I wanted to unlock it. I was like, why isn't it loading? Zag getting better at the lyre is the first thing you've been interested at. Okay, so we load these in. And then they blow up. Okay, that's cool. And it's got a heavy throw. It's kind of a slower attack. Big charge up, and then it just blows them all up. That's cool.
You could be hitting me right now, boy.
All right, well, we'll play the lyre for you, Kyle. You really like it? Leveled up, it's nuts. Yeah, I mean, we'll try it out. We'll see how it is. Okay, get a bit of a jam going. I feel like we probably just have to play this enough, and then maybe Orpheus will give us another lesson. Still not there yet. I'm kind of with you, Kyle. I don't think it's just that. He's obviously holding it weirdly. I don't think he's just clean strumming it, because it wouldn't sound that bad if you did that. I do like that you found something to be invested in, which is me playing this lyre. Okay, right. We'll leave it at that for now. We'll do a few each time, and see how we go. I don't want to stand there for too long. Okay, well, what cast do we want? We could have the deflect from Athena. We could have the weak one from Aphrodite. We could have the crit one from Artemis. All interesting possibilities. Let's try out Athena, I guess. Why not? Why not? I'm going to grab a drink, and then we will be right back, and we will do ourselves a run. So, hang tight. If the internet goes down, I will be back. But I'll catch you in just a couple of minutes. Okay, we are back. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for waiting patiently. I'm going to plug my phone in. Which will make chat slightly harder to read mid-fight, but hopefully you won't notice too much. Wayne, don't tease Kyle. He'll get too excited. Do we want to upgrade this?
Aegis.
It's a decent. What are we on? 11. Oh, it says up top right. We'll put a couple of points in. Sure, I don't want to spend all of my Titan blood, but we'll put a couple in. Okay, just got to get used to the speed on it, I guess. And I think we can stick with these for now. We actually finished benefits package, so maybe we could switch it out for something else. But I don't know. Underworld Customs is not a bad one. Just to get used to having it on.
What's the worst that could happen?
Telltale Marathon for Frosty.
The dead are judged and sent to Asphodel, Elysium, or Tartarus. We keep the process neat and orderly. Everyone gets in, no one gets out.
You think it works well with Aphrodite cast? Yeah, I could totally see that.
No one gets out.
Because obviously, I guess if it makes them all like a blast around you, so it kind of negates the fact that it's very short range.
You can always count upon assistance from me, Zagreus.
Possibly the best. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll try it out next time, or maybe we'll try it this time. We may not get a cast here. Okay, we did get a cast. I want to try. I want to see how the deflect is. But I'll definitely keep that in mind for. You actually got to hit them. Okay, getting used to the range is one thing, but. Okay, well, we're killing him with the initial hit anyway, so. Yeah, I wondered if you just decided not to carry on with. Okay, we probably don't need all three on one person, but I guess you get them back immediately anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. That's very fun. I do like that so far.
Where now?
We'll see how it is when things get more chaotic, but initially, I like it. You can get Chaos plus Hermes bonus on cast. It's amazing. I guess I should see the... Okay, so this is like a slower throw, but it seems to do a bit more damage.
Come, wretches. Ready.
Slow charge, but you know, you're a shield, so it's not too bad. Just need to get used to the rhythm of the shield again. Ah, that's very satisfying as well.
I often remember that there's sweetness in this world only by your grace, Lady Demeter. I'm thankful that we've grown closer through all this.
I like that, yeah, last time Frosty did a late night stream, like half the people fell asleep and the other people couldn't get to sleep afterwards.
You would make further offerings to me. Even though I have made quite clear I've lately not been at my charitable best, young Zagreus. You're either naive or you're much too kind. Or both.
I do like how similar her voice is to Persephone. I think it must be the same voice actress. I think maybe we discussed this.
Come on, you knuckleheads.
It's gonna be really frustrating because it's like we spoke to her and then she's like, okay, I think he's gone, and she walks away from the phone and then we're like, hey, Demeter, you got a boon.
Why, I think we understand something of loss now, don't we, Zagreus? Unlike the mortals on the surface. Always begging me for plenty. They'll get none. But as for you, I have a plethora to offer.
How do I feel about having it on the attack? It's okay. It's okay. Snowburst actually kind of cool for this, but I guess it probably applies when you put it in the thing. But this will give us some privileged status. Not yet, but hypothetically. Favorite game of all time? It's a tough question. My pick is Yakuza 0. That's definitely the one I tend to if someone asks now, it's a close fight between that and Metal Gear 3, but I think Yakuza 0 does nudge ahead. But it's tough, you know. My answer might change if you ask me at a different time, but Wayne says Super Street Fighter 2. Frosty says Destiny 1 or Left 4 Dead. I liked Destiny 1 a lot. I'm a big fan of that. It's good damage. Didn't kill, but beautiful. Look at that. That is very satisfying. Can you still play Destiny 1? I mean, you can, but it's not the Destiny 1 that we played, basically. Because, I mean, it's endgame Destiny 1 if you play it now, and obviously no one's on it as well, or not many people are on it. So it's kind of a weird thing. But, shop. We could actually, it's tempting to go to the shop, but let's get an upgrade here. You put so many hours into the game, you always have to choose it. Yeah, I mean, I put a lot of hours into Destiny 1 and 2. Definitely not my most played game, but I would say the same about Yakuza 0 and Metal Gear Solid 3. How many times does this shield bounce? Not very many. 2 or 3? I mean, it hits 2 or 3 enemies, but it seems to have like a bit of an AoE on it. I think it only bounces to 1 extra enemy, but it will hit if enemies are close to each other, maybe? Because I think we hit 3 on one of them. And there we go. We level up our Phalanx Slayer. We do need to make sure we get enough boons that we can sell because we have to do the Underworld Customs. So that is a consideration.
Alright, you sneaky.
Alright, yeah. Forgot about you. Oh, also we have this support thing, but I guess we only have 1 charge. I don't really want to use it yet. Okay, I need to use it on the... I think I got a bit of a hit on him there. I kind of want him to come in close to me. Okay, actually that doesn't work because I forgot about the distance of the charge. I got impatient. This guy's a little awkward because of the way he moves around. Just bash him when in doubt. Maybe I should just throw the thing at him. There we go. That's an awkward enemy to do it with. Dio cast is the best with Beowulf. Yeah, I could see that. If Dio cast any of the cast builds, Dio is so strong. Feels like. Gift. You know what? Actually, we should have maybe put the other cast lodge on because it doesn't really matter with this. But I guess we can do that another time. Bioshock or Metroid Prime?
Things weigh heavily on me, but then I hear from you and it's like I don't have a care in the world. To your health.
Kyle's going to say Dark Souls because he's basic. Nothing wrong with Dark Souls. It's a great game.
Oh, you're really too much for me sometimes, you know that, man? Gotta tell you, I don't think I ever felt so close to somebody so damn far away. But through the gift of drink, it's like we're with each other in spirit all the time, you know?
Okay.
You gotta let me in on something, Zag. How did you gather up so much ambrosia there? I mean, sometimes I think the stuff is plentiful up here, but you are positively swimming in it, man.
Dash causes hangover several times in the week started. I don't really like Drunken Dash. The way that it procs where you start dashing, I find awkward to use. I'll take Strong Drink. I think Strong Drink is a good perk. Tough picks here. Wayne is very patient with old games, traditionally. To be fair, you did play 3.5 Devil May Cries before you got upset before you got upset enough to stop playing it. just immediately blew it up. Heavy throw on this is not amazing, but it's okay. It's a little bit slow to come out. Favorite game always changes. Deus Ex is a go-to answer. It's a good shout. It's a well-liked game, certainly. I mean, whatever you like is always a valid choice. If you enjoy it, that's usually the most important criteria for your favorite game. Okay, didn't have quite the range there. And you should remember that you can't use the shield if you throw it out. You then can't hit with it. I was used to using the Zeus shield.
Good enough to eat.
Worst game you've ever played? That's tough. It's always difficult to, because I think at some point you just forget, right? There's a lot of games I've played where I've just completely forgotten that I ever played them because they were so unremarkable. Difficult. And also, you know, oh man, I missed a gold pot. I tend not to focus on the negative stuff anyway, so you know, if I don't like something, I tend to just you know, leave it be. It's not for me. Worst game I love is probably Deadly Premonition, which is a game that is, you know, flawed in a lot of ways, but I think also still a great game, but also certainly the lowest scoring game, because I think you have to take points off it for all of its many issues. Sure, we'll heal up there. Big rigs. Oh yeah, plumbers don't wear ties. That's a good shout.
You called? I got the message that you need assistance, Zagreus.
I like Zelda CDI because I've never actually had to play it. I've only ever seen other people engaging with it. And on that merit, I think it's quite entertaining. I think the cutscenes are a good fun. Just shield these guys, they don't do a lot of damage. He actually got him there. Oh, we actually killed him. That's good. That's good burst, because they would have definitely all died if we hadn't killed him there.
That settles that.
Okay, perfect.
Here's something for the show.
Thanks very much, man. And he's off. Yeah, Zelda CDI. Zelda CDI is like, the thing is, if I had to play Zelda CDI, I would be annoyed at it. But watching the cutscenes of Zelda CDI, I kind of love them. They're weird, but they're kind of quirky weird in a fun way. I don't mind that. But yes, if I was playing it, it's like a Hotel Mario. If I had to play Hotel Mario, and I'm already not a big Mario guy, but Hotel Mario is just, I watched someone playing that and I was like, I don't like this at all.
Hey, cheers, man.
Worst in the game is mediocre. Exactly. Yes, I agree. Don't love any of these. I guess I'll re-roll here.
Not what I need right now.
I guess the special hangover is not too bad, but I do like. Oh, both of these are good. Both of these are good.
If you had given due consideration to
it is certainly a very flawed game. I will not. Yeah.
This outcome.
That is, if you want to talk about what's a badly scoring game. Yeah, absolutely.
Apologies, Athena.
I keep seeing that thing saying press for support, and I'm like, well, I want to do that, but I actually don't want to do that because I don't want to waste my support.
Let's continue on already, Zagreus. There isn't any point in feuding, and there's much to do before your quest is done.
Okay. Sure, I think that's pretty good. You get a full charge at the start of fights. That is quite a big distinction. Just being able to use your call immediately. You pick Athena, she's one of your least favorite to fight. I actually don't like fighting Dionysus. I was saying earlier in the when we did the heroes fight, I find the small things of Dionysus really annoying to track with my brain struggles to track them a little bit. Whereas Athena is frustrating because she makes things invulnerable, and that's quite dangerous, but as long as you're like, she doesn't damage you really directly, so it just makes it a bit slower, which is fine. I don't mind that too much. This is tough. This is a tough choice. This is a lot of extra damage. I think we take this because our cast's already quite high level. I do want to level up the cast more, but Splash Dash, very good. Hydraulic Might, also pretty good. And I guess we can buy this. Oh, Superman 64, yeah. You'd save the money for sticks. That's fair.
Absolutely right there, mate.
Yeah, not just she's your least favorite to fight because she takes longer. I don't like her in Elysium because she will protect the eggs and then the eggs respawn. Now everyone's here. It's actually a little awkward to block with this shield because you block and then the enemy's right up next to you a lot of the time, and then you kind of fire off away from them. But I'm not going to use my cast because we've already done a lot of damage to her anyway. There we go. I'll use it now. She's got to be low to, or close to, there we go. Oh, where did she go? There's so much, when they're all here, it's actually kind of tough to track them sometimes because so much is going on. There we go. Perfect. Seems like you block as you dash in, which is nice.
Always disturbing.
Like when you're actually charging in, which I think is the same with the other shields. Like you are blocking as you slide in. Go. Nice strong drink there. Now we do need to sell something, so. Ooh, this is interesting. I guess I would probably sell Proud Bearing. I don't love. I could sell the Tidal Dash as well. Proud Bearing's not high. Proud Bearing is good. I'll sell Tidal Dash. I can get it back. I like Tidal Dash a lot, but
my keepsakes.
Okay. We can put on a Poseidon just to try and get more Poseidon stuff. I do need to level up Poseidon's thing as well, so wouldn't mind doing that. Or we could put Doom on the special. Doom could be quite nice on the special. Mix things up a bit. We haven't seen Ares very much. We need to gift him a little bit more, so something to consider. Ooh, gain an instant use of your Chthonic Companion's summon. Sure, we haven't bought it. We'll buy it just to buy it. Get it ticked off.
Next floor.
Okay.
Done.
Tidal Dash is okay to sell. But Poseidon Dash, like the damage on it is crazy when you build it up. It's probably my second favorite dash after the Athena Dash, and I think it's more fun to use. Well, the Athena Dash is fun to use because deflecting stuff is fun. It's like just a fun mechanic, even if it is quite strong. No, we missed one of them.
There's more.
Man, you're tough. It's like a very bursty build, this, which is cool. It's like I don't actually want to waste on him, but I've committed. Okay. Little finish off there. Don't really want to sell stuff because we're going to have to sell stuff at the things anyway. And keeping rerolls for the sales is quite nice because it means you're less likely to have to sell. If you get 3 good things, definitely the second best. If you get 3 good things you don't want to sell. So I just jumped to chat and then I was like, oh, I should finish my thought first. Yeah, if you have 3 things that you don't want to sell, it's nice to have a reroll for that. But you think it's the second best dash in the game. You like Ares dash. I like how the deflect is just instantly deflecting the bomb that they drop. Which is kind of how I was, I mean, I wasn't specifically thinking of that, but I was like, if we're being attacked by anything, then obviously it's the deflector's going to protect us there. He jumped away. Our damage on that is not super high, but that's fine. It's not really what we're using. That's why I would like to get the Doom effect on it. Ah, fish.
Come forth, fishes.
Yeah, the Ares dash for flame wheels is pretty nice to have. So there you go. This is a regular catch, Kyle. You were asking. A non-perfect catch. Just means you haven't done it quite as quickly, which is what I normally get, but I've gotten a little bit better about doing the perfect catches. Just gives you, I think it gives you a chance of getting a slightly rarer fish.
Over here.
There we go. This is nice. I like this weapon. It does feel distinct. Obviously, it's kind of like the Hera bow, in that you're like loading up your cast and then you're just firing off. But it has a unique feel to it because obviously you're projecting yourself forwards rather than firing it. You know, it still feels distinct from using the bow, which has the bow has like a very unique rhythm to it. This is an interesting selection because obviously we can take Ares here, but we don't have to. He will still show up. But I think maybe we do anyway. You've not got a legendary fish yet? Yeah.
Barge of death again, huh?
Yeah, I got that. I think I just got that. You know, it's one of those things that just kind of shows up randomly eventually. Not enough range there. Alright, I went to dash deflect and obviously don't have it. I probably should still attack them in between using these, but it's so tempting just to pick it up and fire it off again. I mean, you know, does the job, right? Should not have used my call there, but whatever. It's done is done. Smack him into the wall. 25 plus a legendary one. Yeah, you get there. I got there eventually, just kind of by accident almost. You just a repetition thing, I guess.
I do appreciate this gift to me, although you really shouldn't have. The suffering which you inflict is ample compensation in itself.
That's a fantastic chat up line. Thank you for the birthday present, but don't worry, the suffering you inflict is ample compensation.
Ah, you bear the blood-filled vial which I granted you. The mortal's blood contained therein. I drew it myself. Too seldom am I able to become
I like it's just some normal blood. It's not like special. It's like, yeah, I just got it out of some dude. Brian. Blade Rift Dash. We were talking about the Blade Rift Dash. Urge to Kill, pretty solid all around. I want it on the special if I can get it. I'm going to do a reroll for that. Special Inflicts Doom. Let's do it. Sadly, we don't have any rerolls now. But I think that was a key, so maybe we'll be okay. I guess that's why they don't show you the upcoming room reward until you've picked up what you came in with. Oh, I thought we might actually get him before he came down there. There we go.
What do we have here?
Check we're not missing anything important. I feel like because I've kind of stopped running around looking for the little urns, which is maybe not the best idea, but I don't want to overload on them. I don't want to waste too much time looking around for stuff because that does slow the runs down quite a bit, and I want to make sure we get in enough. Ideally, I want to try and do 3 runs a stream if we can. Not quite as much range on that as I anticipated. I've got to get used to the kind of the angle it comes out at when you're using it.
Can't do that.
Didn't actually pick him up. Oh man, that actually hit me. I did not think it would. I waited for him and then just immediately missed him. There we go. Look at that hangover. That first tick almost killed him. That's how much damage it does. What's useful is pick a boon you're not interested in and purge it at the end. That's true. Yeah. Doing a dash, specialist faster. Your bull rush charges up faster. We haven't taken that. That seems good. Our bull rush is very slow to charge up, so, and it's one we haven't taken, so. Oh, that is nice. That is a lot faster. That's good. That's what I like to see. Shop. I do like Hermes stuff. That's a tough ask. I'll go for some Hermes actually. The money stays around. Oh, is that what you were talking about? The hammer. We skipped over a hammer earlier, I think maybe. Just because they come back around anyway, so.
Hasty, boss. That comes from me, I swear. A little way to stave off competition masquerading as the wisdom of a sage. Those stupid mortals will buy anything.
Wow. Okay. I don't really want to waste my reroll here. Well, not waste it, but a side hustle this early on is a lot of money. Greater evasion, I think, is also good, but we'll take the side hustle.
Pick up the pace.
Side hustle, purple boon, side hustle. I like side hustle. I think it's a good perk, especially if you can get it early. I think the later you get it. Once I started thinking about like, well, a boon is like 150 coins. You have to have it for at least 10 rooms, but I think it is good. I think it's difficult. It's difficult to argue against it. He's I thought he was closer to being done than he was, but okay, overshot that. So again, just got to get the angle right. There we go. That damage is so ridiculous. Where did I put them? They're over here somewhere. They've been in the lava somewhere. I've lost track of them. Where did I put them? Oh, they're in my board. What am I doing? That's like looking through your glasses and they're on your face. I was like, where did I put the things? But I'd already slammed them into my board. What a fool. No excuse for that. Oh, that's good. He's dead. Oh, what a time. That's a good one. Because I think I put 2 in and then one of them was on the floor. So I picked it up and then I was like, right, I've got 1. I'll put it in. Where are the other 2? And I'd forgotten that I'd already put them in because my thumb had already just muscle memoried it. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. And I think we have strong drinks, so we should get our money back or our health back.
Short work of the Hydra, then, I take it.
Let's think about this.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't really want to sell any of these. Although, actually, I say that. I don't have that many things I would want to sell. So maybe we do want to sell one of these. Maybe we'll sell the special. Even though it's nice. It's not urgent. I would also sell the attack, but I think the special... I can go. That's fine. We can't really afford to lose a cast. Proud Bearing, I could lose as well. I don't think it's essential. Okay. What else do we want? Chaos Egg could be nice if we could get a Chaos Boon. I don't know if we've seen any Chaos Gates this run. We could take the Mum Blossom to blossom up. Yeah, you think Doom as well? Yeah, I think that's probably the safe thing. Yeah, I was, you know, we took it as a fun little thing, but anyway, as it may.
The fields of Elysium. Sure.
We could have also gone for Artemis, because I know you can get extra cast stones off her, but I think that's like her legendary, so it's not something you can... We can't, like, at this point in the game, like, trying to build into that, probably pretty difficult. The damage on that is just so good. Slamming an egg, just smacking it. Dog walk, no worries. Enjoy the walk. Sure. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. This is actually a weird choice because we don't have a ton of health, but I'll take the hammer. Yeah, Chaos can give the extra cast. I would like that. I actually didn't see the Chaos. Oh, I haven't seen the Chaos yet, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Set.
You kind of, I like that when you hit them with this, it like slams them back a little bit so that you can still charge into them. I was going to say, did we kill the egg? We did not kill the egg. You get 1 for 6 encounters. Yeah, the Charon shop one. I might be tempted to buy. I think for cast builds, I quite like having the Well of Charon like buff, the companion or the keepsake. After special attacks, I don't like any. I don't think any of these are good for our build. Unfortunately, this is okay. This is all right, but the problem is it means the special stays out longer, which could be a problem. I think this is all right, but I will forget to use it because we're not really doing a special build. I think it's quite hard to use sometimes, the dashing flight.
Something I can use.
I'll buy a fishing point. We got enough cash. That's just that's some meta currency right there.
Respite. That's good. Let's fish. Got it.
That was a quick one.
Another car.
Third one is best, do you think? I can't remember which one that was.
You and me, butterfly ball.
Alright, well that's the ball dead at least. Oh man, he somehow blocked those facing the other way. Feel a little hard done by there. There we go. You're falling asleep, no worries. Take care, Wayne. Sleep well. The ball died so fast. Yeah, that a lot of that was the Poseidon call, but also just, I guess, the burst damage of this. Takes off a lot.
Uncle Poseidon, I have a special catch for you, although it pales next to your sheer awesomeness.
I feel like that's the thing, is if you have like good burst damage, this fight is a lot easier. If you don't, it can get really out of control. Because then you have to just poke the ball and then go and kill the ads before they spawn and then poke the ball again. And it's a much longer fight.
How would you look at that? Is that an offering to your most favorite uncle, me? You know what, nephew? I've decided I shall take it. Thanks. Why, little Hades, there's a certain chill about you, meaning you received an ice-cold blessing courtesy of Elder Goddess Demeter, correct? Now, personally, I think water's best in liquid form, but who am I to judge?
Maybe sometimes you put a little ice in the water. That's nice. I'll take the Tidal Dash back, I think. We'll roll with that.
God's might.
Athena Boon, not bad. I'll take the healing. Because we don't have a ton of health and it will keep us safe through the back half of Elysium. Man, he doesn't know, does he?
He's never going to return to me, is he? He's in your father's service now. He's never getting out. Neither are you.
Oh, Paddy.
No, that's not acceptable to me.
I will not stand for this. We'll sort it out, don't you worry.
How bold. So what do you intend to do? You're leaving anyway.
I'll figure something out. But you do something for me in the meantime. Don't give in to what you're feeling now, alright?
The attack is not that strong, yeah.
Like you don't know.
I'm past the point of making promises, but thank you for your words. I love him still, in turn. I pray the fates help you in your endeavors there.
Thanks.
We can do it. Oh, did he have a little heart come off him there? That's nice. Chill is hard to stack with it. Yeah, it is. I mean, so that was I said that when I picked it up, but I think the thing is, like, it's nice to have. It's a status effect that will hold on and will give us privileged status if we have another thing, which we currently actually don't have anything else apart from the Dionysus call.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
This is actually again, this is an interesting choice because it's the Tidal Dash is quite a bit, but we'll take the. sure. And we can afford to buy meta currency. I'll keep buying meta currency for the time being. Yeah, the Athena cast. I got you.
Okay. Must be the last of them.
I like that he calls that out. I want to deflect those then, which I cannot do. Apart from with my cast, of course, but I can't directly use my cast, so... There we go. 2 keys as well. Lovely. We'll do the gold. I always look at these, but I don't really want to sell stuff because we're going to have to sell stuff anyway.
Whatever, let's try it.
Consider this a warning.
I'm empty.
There we go. That wasn't too bad.
Help yourself.
Now to collect.
Perfect. We're okay for money. I could save up and try and buy a meta currency. It's definitely a possibility. Ooh, I almost dashed into that because I forgot that we didn't. Again, I forgot that I didn't have deflect dash, because I know that we have the deflect on the. If there is like a somewhat of an overkill to using all of them at once, which can be a slight problem because it does actually have like, it means there's a slightly longer delay. But if you do that and you use 2 and then you don't quite have enough to kill, then it feels like a waste in a different way. So. Ah, get thrown.
That's a relief.
Do you think this game has gotten super repetitive for you at any point during the time you played it? No, I don't think so. I could totally see why people say that. The thing I would say is like when I first got into it, I was like, yeah, this is all right. And then it got to a point where around the time I finished it for the first time, I was like, I want to play this all the time. I really want, and I think I've now reached a point where it's like I don't feel the compulsion to play it constantly, but I still really enjoy playing it every time that I do. Easier muscle memory to load all 3, yeah, that seems reasonable. Look at that, just smash all the vases. Beautiful.
Always hits the spot. I'll take this one.
Ooh, a big doom. That actually would be fine. That almost might be better than what we have. Doom also counts as a status, but it's only 125 damage. It's not ridiculous. In fact, I wonder if it would be better because the buffed thing does do a decent chunk of damage. So. This actually could be good on this specific because of the way, I don't know quite how it would work, but we'll take it. It's a purple. If nothing else, we can sell it. But it might actually be quite good because we're doing, actually it probably won't because I think it will apply to this and not to this. So unless we kill someone with this, it won't be that good. Yeah, you get addicted and then you, yeah. Like, and I'm still really enjoying it, but like, I could play this every day, but I am instead playing Monster Hunter Rise, and I'm having a great time with that. But even before Monster Hunter came out, I was still like, you know, I'm still really enjoying this, but I'd already kind of gotten over the initial compulsion of playing it constantly. I didn't get a 5th stack. Too slow. I love that just seems to deflect everything that's happening at the time.
Not yet.
So it kind of deflects all his attacks anyway. You have to be careful because I think his spear can hit you from behind. Okay. I'll wait until oh, big damage there. Taking a lot of unnecessary damage here.
Lord Zeus, I need your strength. You are all talk, you know.
There we go. Almost lost to Death Defiance there. You love the single fan? Yeah, I love the single fan. It's great.
Very nice. Was not about to let you down, my shade.
I love that you can go over and thank him afterwards. It's a nice touch. I was half expecting to add more, but I kind of love that they don't. It's just like, no, there's just one guy.
Should I take the trade?
I will sell this. It's okay. I don't think it's going to work that well. I think it's a very niche. It has some specific, like if you're using Hestia, it's incredible. But I think it's very niche. Yeah, you think it would be nice if you got more and more fans? Yeah, that's what I was expecting to happen originally, is that you would get more and more fans. But I kind of like it either way. I think it's kind of fun that it doesn't happen. We didn't get. I don't think we saw a single Chaos Gate, unless I missed it. I don't think I saw a single Chaos Gate on that run. We can probably finish this Bone Hourglass out, get it maxed out.
Looks handy.
Could do a reroll here as well, because we have the rerolls, and buy more stuff. We got loads of currency.
Hey, got anything else?
Sure. I wonder if that stacks.
Got it. Lucky find.
Fish, fish, fish.
Right there.
It's a scuffer. All right. I actually could roll the anvil here, because I don't think I feel very strongly about the. Oh, we have the quick charge. Actually, I wouldn't want to lose that. I can't dash. I always forget you can't dash across the gaps there, which is a bit of a bummer. And we do have splash dash as well, which will come in handy here. There we go. That's how we want it to work. I'd love to get bonus cast damage or a bonus stone.
Another one of those especially.
We'll see if it happens. Let's get him away from the come away from that poison. go.
Thank you.
Palm up. Bonus cool damage. I'll take it. Oh man. See, I'm rushing. I'm rushing to leave now. I'm getting the habit of going a bit faster, and then you kind of forget. Yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays usually at 8 PM. At the moment, it has been different over the depending on what I'm playing and what I'm doing, but that's been the current is Monday and Wednesday. Provided my internet holds up, which it's been sporadic this week, but alright, forget we get the bonus attack damage after throwing our special. Oh, she poisoned me, damn it. Bone hourglass up. Perfect. I'll take it. It actually could be quite useful against the skulls, and it's epic as well, which is nice. Okay. We can buy that diamond, which is tempting. We did not get the sack though, did we? No, because we got the got a boon. Going for all 5 rooms in sticks. There you go. There it goes. We could probably do it. I've definitely done it before. I just, you know, I feel like oftentimes it doesn't actually end up being worthwhile, but it could be a fun thing to do. I feel like oftentimes it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't necessarily add a lot. I haven't used my summon at all, actually. I should just call it in one of these end fight rooms, just to see how it works. Keep forgetting about it. Perfect.
Storage chamber. Good enough.
Okay. Beautiful. There's our sack.
Let's just go down this satyr hole.
I'd love to go in the satyr hole. All right. Let's get health. We'll do it. We'll go for it. It'll go horribly wrong when we're like, well, that's why I don't do that. We'll have like a nightmare poison room in the final area. I feel like you just like actually the stick rooms at the end are often like some of the worst, like the normal non-boss sticks rooms. You can get so much poison nonsense, and that's actually where you can get into a lot of trouble, I feel like. That rat avoided like 3 tidal dashes. Nightmare. Yeah, the first rooms are easy, but and then you don't get the heal after the last ones. There you go, immediately poisoned. Wait, I must have not used it. Okay, we didn't lose that much health, but. I don't know what it is that makes the individual rooms harder than the boss ones. I think it's just because there's more enemies, there's more to keep track of. There we go. Look at that. Look how much health we lost there. You dash and you press drink and miss it? Yeah, exactly.
Cheers, mate.
Sure. That's okay.
Delicious. Maybe this way.
We'll also get some heals off our Hydrolite as well, so worth bearing that in mind. Don't really want to sell any of that. We got 20% bonus damage from which is nice. And the extended I think the extended Charon keepsake makes it a lot safer. Because you with the Charon keepsake, obviously you're healing up constantly as well, which is nice. But Demeter can heal you as well. Yeah, Poseidon can heal you. All rats. You actually need to be careful here because those things were poisonous as well, and that can be a slight problem. Oh man. Okay, well, he got killed anyway by the. And there we go.
In the name of Hades.
It's like a nice rare crop, nice late rare crop. I presume this works, right? Ravenous Will. Let's do it.
Enough of this place.
No point take. Yeah, exactly.
Chow time, boy. Are you hungry?
The heat will catch us eventually. I'll take another Demeter boon.
Should come in useful.
To think, young sprout.
Like, I think there is merit in taking the extra rooms just to try it out. You know, I won't do it every time, but I thought, why not? We've got a pretty powerful build. I'm not opposed to the idea.
Don't mind the Lady Demeter's good-natured sense of humor, Zagreus. She and my father often like to jest with one another, even in the most difficult times.
Okay, we got two options here. We got the Killing Freeze. When all foes are chill affected, they are 10% slower and take decay damage. 40 damage a second. With Stubborn Roots, if you have no Death Defiance, your health slowly recovers. Well, I'm going to take this because it's a duo boon that we haven't taken. The duo boons are rarer. 1 health a second is not quite one. It's a bit more than 1 health a second because of 1 health every 0.8 seconds. And that's okay. But a no Death Defiance is like, I guess, you know, it's a last resort. And we'll buy ourselves a diamond. Why not? A cheeky diamond. One for the road.
The monster's solitary weakness, Satyr's axe, proved terribly effective.
It's more fun for you when there's something on the line. That's fair. I mean, I think I would agree with you. I think the thing for me is like, it's interesting to see how far I can go before I die. Like, playing at my best, how long does it take before the game beats me? But
here we are then, Aegis. This Beowulf will be most fortunate to have your protection.
But yeah, I can understand if you're a gambler.
Blasted shield, flaunting it about so recklessly. Though what have you done to it now?
Not much, really, besides awakening the aspect of a supposedly unstoppable dragon-slaying warrior called Beowulf. If it has the power to protect him against a giant lizard, I figure it may help me against you.
You presently shall find I know me a giant lizard, boy. Though we shall see whether this Beowulf is any help to you.
He is true. Our dad is no giant lizard. Did we actually keep our extra cast? We did. Okay, that's good. I would have been a little sad if we lost that. Okay, well, we missed him anyway.
Quit it with this, father.
There we go. Okay. Get him. Okay, we got the egg.
What's regenerating?
I keep forgetting you can block those and they go away, which is actually kind of nice. Oh, he hit me. I was not ready for that.
Oh boy. Hear me, wretches. Rise now for my realm and fight again.
Not yet.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on here. This is actually pretty dangerous. Okay, here we go.
Try that again.
Let's go.
Man, big hit.
This is for your own good.
Oh, I was not ready for him to come back out there.
I'm empty. Loaded up.
Oh, nasty.
Oh, I won't go back.
You cannot cheat death.
Okay. We got our stubborn roots though.
Die already.
There we go.
one of my defenses once again. I cannot remain.
Thank you. Where's all my death defiances? Yeah, exactly.
In the name of Hades.
Again, we'll get eventually to the point where it'll crush you again. It's the heat like Diablo. Yeah, exactly. You smash through it and then eventually it gets harder and harder and harder. Oh, I completely forgot to use the companion again. So Dusa, it says you can't see it unless I unpin something, but they join you for 30 seconds and it petrifies foes. If it shoots out, I guess just like the Medusa heads, just kind of smashes out little things and does that. Okay, I think you got to put the cast on because it was basically a cast build. Empowering Flight didn't really do anything for us. Bull Rush I think was very good, and then I think probably just honestly the cast, like Stubborn Roots was good. It definitely saved us kind of at the end there, but I think that looks like a build. And okay, beautiful. That was definitely tenser though. I mean, that's why you don't take the extra rooms unnecessarily. But the build was strong enough to get us through anyway. So
far too hideous to be described.
I feel like that's definitely a weapon I need to get used to the range on it. I was missing him a lot with my charges, which didn't help. But we made it through. And that's going to be us for today. I will go around and chat to everyone first, but that will be the last run. It's already pretty late. I suppose we did have a slight downtime in the middle.
Oh, wow, thanks. This is real nice of you. I sure am glad you died out there just now.
Yeah, I would say, that's the thing, is like, it wasn't, if we died there, it wouldn't have been because of doing the extra rooms. It would have been because the Hades fight didn't go that well. Which I think is just, again, not knowing the weapon super well.
I'm glad I died as well.
Perfect. Pet the dog. You gotta pet the dog.
More pets for the greatest boy.
Hey, buddy. How's it going? Give him a nectar.
The very best treats for my best friend, right, boy?
Cerberus yelps in merriment upon receiving such a generous offering.
And bear in mind, we do take extra damage with that weapon as well, which I'd kind of forgotten about. It's only 10%, but you do take extra damage to that weapon.
Cerberus is uninterested in conversing at this time.
Honestly, I think one of the most notable things is that we didn't have any Aphrodite, and that's a big damage reduction that you don't have as well. So I think that honestly is like Aphrodite's weakness is one of the strongest abilities in the game, just generally, just for that. Ooh, what was that? Plaything. Plush or a rat? Should we give a plaything to our hound? Which one should we give him? A teddy bear or a ball? What do you reckon? We can do either one.
A commendable result.
Nyx, I was just busy doing some administrative chamber record keeping recently, and wouldn't you know it, it somehow slipped my mind where I could find the sentencing parchment work for the knave-king Sisyphus, forced to toil out in Tartarus. I ran it by Megaera.
He has offered you aid repeatedly. At first I saw it for a brazen act of bribery, but try as
he doesn't seem to mind that much.
His actions that I could detect. That is to say, the records you seek may be found in section Sigma Phi Alpha, lower gamma folder.
Athena has damage reduction. She does, but we didn't have that, and hers are also not as strong
Sigma Phi Alpha
as Athena's, like flat 30% on weakness.
I should check the admin chamber just in case.
Hey, buddy. How's it going, Than?
What is it with the generosity lately? Look, I'll just stash this with
I like the idea that no one's actually using this because they're too busy. They're just like, oh yeah, I guess I'll take this. Thanks.
Hey, that's an idea. One of these days or nights we'll have enough of this stuff to throw a feast to make all of Olympus jealous.
I saw you voided the old pact between Orpheus and your father. So now he gets to see his wife from time to time?
He does get to see his wife.
He does.
His wife.
I think we can stand to see a little less of him if it means he can be happier for the remainder of eternity.
Exactly. you know?
You really need to learn to stop meddling in others' affairs. Did either of them even ask your help? I can't imagine Orpheus did, and I'm guessing his wife's feelings were complicated too, from what I know of the circumstances
you know,
of the final meeting.
The fact that they didn't ask is why it was, you know, if they'd been asking for it constantly, it'd be a different thing.
And I came to know his muse Eurydice as well. They still had feelings for each other, but with no way to communicate.
I feel like if they were constantly begging for it, then you'd be like, okay, well, what's going on here? But they didn't ask. They were resigned to their fate, and it's like, okay, maybe they've seen out enough punishment.
I think my instincts on the subject are just not the same as yours. I know your intentions were in the right place, but you know what? Forget it.
Than's a traditionalist. He's off. He's off. Okay. Speaking of breaking contracts.
Should check that stack of contracts back there.
Amongst the parchment records of the dead and punished are the sealed documents known as the knave-king sentence, forcing said king to endlessly toil with a boulder till the end of time.
I'll just patch this through to the house contractor then.
Perfect. All right. That's that should unlock that. I imagine we'll have to pay diamonds or similar.
Achilles, now that I have access to the administrative area,
Man, we're gonna crank all these
archives and
pacts out pretty quickly. It looks like.
To void those under certain circumstances. So about your pact.
I feel like you shouldn't tell him because otherwise he'll just be like, "Oh, it's okay, lad."
I know you mean well, lad, and from the bottom of my heart, where once it was, I thank you truly for the thought.
Yeah, so he's gonna say, "I don't want to mess around."
Don't exert your influence on this. Not now, at least. The fates can twist intentions. I don't want to take the risk.
You're sure? Well then, I'll wait.
Okay.
But I am going to.
So maybe we're not ready quite yet. That's fine. You know, you got to pick your moment. Make sure it's the right time. But I think he's right that you don't want to rush. Oh, Hades is off doing stuff. Knave-king's sentence. Free Sisyphus of an eternity of hard labor. He cheated death, and for that he was sentenced to an eternity of hard labor in Tartarus. I mean, he ended up dying anyway, so you know.
In the name of Hades,
what goes around comes around.
From the terms of his pact.
Hades isn't here to comment on it, so it's fine. He didn't even notice. Slid that one by him. Guard post mirror makes the path across the house look twice as long. Let's buy a mirror. Why not? There you go. Now you can check your hair, Achilles. Lovely. Death-like rug, melancholy flooring near the southwest balcony. Okay, that's fine. We'll probably want to buy some more nectar, so I don't want to overspend.
Freshly caught, just for you, chef.
Perfect. Look at all that stuff.
I'm much obliged.
We'd do another gift. We'd do a double gift.
Ambrosia isn't only for the gods, you know, Dusa. It's for anyone we really care about.
She's like, I can't get through all this.
Please enjoy this, so just add it to the lounger's stash, whatever suits you.
Oh, but you really mean that, huh? But you are the prince himself, and I'm just... Look, we both know I am just a floating monster head and a custodian. I just don't understand. Why keep on being nice to me like this? I thought you'd never even talk to me.
Are we good buds, Dusa? You know? I feel like we clicked, you know? We've gotten on well.
You're so much more than what
you're a hard worker. You put your heart into everything you do. You bring joy to the house. Just flying around, dusting stuff up.
If only everybody in this house had yours, Prince Zagreus. You've been so kind to me, and I'm glad we've had a chance to get to know each other more. It's really nice sometimes, knowing somebody really cares about me here.
It's definitely not just me. I think definitely others.
As far as I'm concerned,
other people here care about you, even if they don't express it well.
My father always told me not to smile quite as much, but you're like me.
What? Because I smile? Smiling's just a little something that I like to do to deal with the day. Though, oh, that's what you meant. I see. Look, this is kind of a lot. I had better go. I'll Don't cherish the ambrosia, though, okay?
Ah, she's off. Bless her. She is a floating monster. She is a floating monster head, but there's nothing wrong with that. You know?
Wretched broker, what's new, my friend?
A diamond for a Titan blood. That feels like a downgrade, if anything. Not the worst thing around, but a bit unnecessary.
Chthonic keys.
Okay, that should be fine. 8 nectar should be plenty, I would think. Oh, hello.
Well, be that as it may. If they pester you at all, do let me know and I shall have them dealt with quickly.
Oh, Hades. I think the shades around here have been through enough as it is. I don't mind them. After all the time I spent on my own, having some company has been a welcome change.
You are certain all your needs have been provided for? Because if there's anything that you require...
Require? Look at this place, Hades. Look at me. I have everything. And so do you. Try not to worry quite so much. And be patient with your son. That's all I ask.
Persephone, I cannot promise you such things. They're not my strengths. Besides, I have a reputation to uphold. God of the dead. If the wretches do not fear me, or you for that matter, what then?
I'm not going to tell you how to balance your work, your marriage, and your parental responsibilities. I don't think anybody on Olympus or below knows quite how best to manage that. So long as we do our best.
Our best. That I can promise you.
Oh, that's lovely. What a nice... Persephone, always looking for the good things. Oh, hello. Meg.
Another something in my bedchambers there, Meg.
No, we need to talk again. My sisters are involved now in all this. You've really stirred up quite a mess.
I know. I'm sorry, but this is something that I have to do. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't know. What I'm trying to say is, with my sisters involved, it changes things. Takes some of the pressure off of me.
Ah, well that's good.
Some of the pressure. Wait, what are you going to do?
I'm saying I know you're doing what you have to do here, Zagreus. And my sisters and I will always try to stop you. But I'm only doing it because I have to. Understand?
I got you.
Meg. She...
Okay, well that's good. I mean, she's... Oh, we've unlocked... There we go, look at that. Oh, can we give her an ambrosia now? Maybe we can.
Switch one off the fated list.
Another one off. Perfect. Liar, fingers on fire. Ah, she's not around.
Good service from the head chef.
Or if she is, she's elsewhere. Okay, well, maybe we can give her a ambrosia next time.
Hey, Rome.
Well, we'll give the lyre a quick strum before we leave. That's going to do us for today. Am I going to spend the darkness today? I hadn't really thought about it. I don't know if I'm not actually sure. Unless I could buy like a one of the other things to try and finish off some of the pacts. But otherwise, I'm just going to be saving up for this. The other thing I could buy is I could spend it on the title that you can get in Hades' room. But I think, as far as I'm aware, that's just a cosmetic kind of thing. So I'm not going to rush to get that immediately. So we'll hold on to the darkness for today.
I hate this thing.
Because we might want to use it if something specific comes up in a build next time. He's still not got it yet, but we'll get there in good time. But that's going to do us for today. Next time we'll use one of the ones that we haven't done on this heat. Unfortunately, it won't be the sword. I don't think. I think it might be the bow and the. No, we did the spear earlier. Maybe it's the bow and the rail. I always end up. I keep leaving the ranged weapons until last, not by intent or ending up having to do them both at the same time. Just the way it happens to work out. But that will do us for today. Thank you everyone for coming by. It was a lovely time to see you. Thank you again to CJ for the raid. Martin, I believe, will be doing Resident Evil tomorrow. Sorry, not Resident Evil. Martin will be doing Alien Isolation tomorrow. And Wayne said he will be streaming, so keep an eye out for that during the day. And that's going to do us for now. So thank you everyone for coming by. It's been a pleasure and a delight. Thank you to Sammy for coming on for the first time. And the rest of you, everyone take care. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, eat well, sleep well, all that good stuff. Look after yourself, look after others well, and I will catch you on the next one. Cheers!